got to address the nation. All right, we're going to address the nation here. Excuse me. Hello, welcome. Good evening, good night, good morning to my YouTube audience. Today, when we was on Claudia Jordan, the host of one of the hosts of TGIF, she works on Fox Soul. She went live on Instagram. And so we decided to go on her Instagram, to see what she was talking about. And I was like, okay. She was like, who do you want to see on TGIF? I said, of course, me. Put me on the show. I really want to do this. You know what I'm saying? And so we having this conversation. And then, of course, Flame Monroe, a fellow comedian that's working out here and selling out 50-seat venues, right? Small venues, decided to hit the link. Now, mind you, I'm on the live stream, and oh yeah, when I was doing the show, it was so controversial. And I said, clear as day, giving my opinion, you were boring on that particular week. Very, very boring. In my humble opinion, the words of the great Monique, icon, an Oscar winner, and a comedian with her own Netflix special, and she didn't have to share it with Tiffany Haddish and other women. She actually had her own special, multiple specials, right? And last time I checked, the great Monique performed in front of thousands of people and not in front of 20 people. I just want to make that perfectly clear. You'll probably see Monique perform in New York at the Harlem Theater versus performing in a hole in the wall. I just want to say that verbatim. So, but anyway, we go and Claudia's live, and we got to record it. We got to record it, baby, because we screen record over here. So Claudia is live. So Flame Monroe was like, well, one of the requirements why Wiley, you can't be on, he called me fat. He called me an S word, an F word, and he even said he stayed with his grandmother. He don't change her diapers, which is all lies. That just defamatory and slander. And then he said this, and I couldn't believe my ears. He said in front of Claudia, an employee of Fox Corporation, yeah, because Claudia, you said it, that one of the requirements to be on Fox Soul, you must look directly in the camera. Oh, yeah, because he been there. But yeah, you told me, one of the requirements to be on Fox Soul, you must look directly in the camera. I'm like, what? Did you just admit that and you agree with that? Then Claudia was like, my lawyer is in my phone. Yeah, your lawyer is in the phone because you're literally discriminating against a demographic of people. Of course your lawyer will hit the phone. Why would you sit there and say, oh, should I keep it up? You're letting somebody defame you, and you work with $1 billion a corporation. And you allowing Flame Monroe, who have nothing to lose, that is trying to make it as a, stand-up comedian in their mid to late 50s. You know what I'm saying? Could be 60s, that's a senior. And so, unfortunately, it is sad that people in the LGBT community, an elder, right? This is an elder in the community, right? Supposed to be seasoned, supposed to have gray hair, supposed to be, a leader in the community, to defame and slander me. I think that's insulting. And to see Claudia, who is old enough to be my mother, right? Old enough to be my mother, to sit there and laugh and celebrate that. And then when I asked her, can I come on to defend myself? Oh, no, I don't want you all arguing, but you allowing this person to come on, defame and ridicule me and say the reason why you can't be on Fox because you got to look straight in the camera. Then it said that you work out in the gym, meaning that Flame On was watching, and then you're going next door to the donut shop. There is no donut shop next door at all, which is all I can release my medical records of the weight loss that I have lost. And you said I have, quote, have not lost no weight at all, which was another lie. And you're stopping my bag and harming me financially by saying because he can't look straight in the camera and Claudia got some pull in the network, you can't be on Fox Soul. This to me it's just really slander. So the only lawyer I know was to talk to the Black Attorney General, Ben Crump, and I tagged him. I'm like, do I have a case here? Do we have any lawyers in the house? Do I really have a case here? Because blatantly they admitted it on Instagram. Like, where's my legal options here? Because then she said, I want you to kiss my private parts. That's what Flame, her genitalia, to kiss it, the scrotum area. She also said that. And Claudia, an employee of Fox Corporation, was sitting there laughing. I just don't understand this. And this is supposed to be the person that y'all want to do a political show? How dare Flame Monroe criticize Donald J. Trump when you're working on Fox Network? How dare you say you want a political show when you are blatantly politically incorrect? Flame Monroe also said on that particular broadcast and said on that show that it's another podcast out there, but they make everything so personal. You can't make everything personal when you're trying to do a political podcast. But in the next breath, you are allowing something personal with Brother Wiley, right? And then you insult Brother Wiley, you embarrass him in front of millions of listeners and stopping Brother Wiley bad. I just don't understand that. And let's be clear, her children, her oldest son is an adult. Most of her children are adults, right? She's putting words in my mouth and she cannot even tell me what was said. And so I personally am asking you guys we're going to play the videos and all that good type of stuff, you know, in other videos, because I really want to be on my Instagram as well as my YouTube. And I'm glad people is right here. You know, Flame has been studying me and has been researching me all over, but you didn't have the courage to bring me on the live. And Claudia, I speak to your shame. You are a woman of age, right? And you sat there and you laughed. Like, okay, I understand where you're going at. And then y'all say Funky Dineva is controversial. But what are y'all doing? It's no different than actually, Flame, you're worse than Funky Dineva because you want to be ghetto and urban off Fox Soul, but do it on Fox Soul employee Instagram page. But then when you get on Fox Soul, you want to act like you this intelligent, seasoned senior citizen. But then you want to act ratchet, urban, ghetto, and acting like a liberal, a Democrat, and then you're going against another independent black man. I just don't understand it. Then she said in the broadcast, this is Flame. All us as black people got to stick together. We got to work. How can we work together when you have putting your foot on my neck and saying I can't be on Fox Soul because, quote, I don't look straight into the camera. That's what she said. Okay? That's what she said. And this is sad that this senior citizen or this woman, because she's older than me. For me, Flame is a senior citizen. I'm 33 years old. Flame is old enough to be, you know, a parent of mine, right? So I have everything screen recorded. This is really sad. I would like to understand, why is there shutting the door to Wiley? I don't get it. Only thing you can say is because of his eye. So how is it different, Flame, when you criticize Trump when he made fun of a disabled reporter, when he made fun of, you know, the late Senator John McCain? You just made fun of me when I actually served in the armed forces, made fun of me, dissed me, talked about my eye condition where it's something I cannot change. And you did that. And here you are a person of trans, correct? You were not originally born as a woman, correct? But you want people to respect your identity, right? Or how you identify, right? How would you feel if somebody degrades you and dogged you out because they don't agree on how you operate or how you look? How would you feel if women say, how would you feel if women, give me one particular second here. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I know Instagram, I'm getting all these phone calls from across the country, so y'all got to come to my YouTube. It probably got. How would you feel if a group of women said one of the requirements to use the women's restroom, you must be a biological woman? How would you feel? How would you feel if you really have to release yourself? You really have to release yourself in the public restroom, and a group of women come together, and say, hello, 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 hello. Okay, how would you feel a group of women come together and say one of the requirements, you must be a biological woman, period. All right? So how would you feel? Let me know Instagram if it put out. Let me put my phone on do not disturb. Instagram, let me know if y'all can hear me on Instagram. Okay, I'll bring it back. But I'm recording on YouTube because I'm getting all these phone calls. This is going to be seeing you clear as day when the suit drop. This is crazy. And for Claudia to sit there and encourage that, I speak to your shame, sister. I speak to your shame. How can you criticize Trump when you're doing the same thing? Actually, it's worse because you got the same skin color as me. Give me a second. Hello? Yes. Hello? Hello? We're live on YouTube. Yes. I see that you're still calling me because you think you're breaking up the Instagram feed, but we're still live on YouTube. Yes. Okay. You're calling from a Florida area code. All right. So I'm going to put you on block, but you didn't disrupt nothing because I have all the viewership on YouTube. Okay. Let me bring, yeah. You can keep calling over and over and over, but I'm already live and I'm already recording this broadcast. So you can call from Florida all over, but it's not going to stop the message. It's not going to stop the message. So you know what I'm saying? And I speak like when I heard this, Flame didn't show a shred of evidence of what I said about her children. She didn't say it on the broadcast, nothing. But what she proceeded to do was slander me, discriminate towards me, because that's how it is. And then people would say, well, Claudia she don't have no control what a person say. Correct. But wouldn't it be wise to bring the man that Flame is discussing and defaming and slandering and lying on? Wouldn't it be great to have a great dialogue to bring me on the air? No, honestly, wouldn't it have been an awesome thing if Claudia would have brought me on so we can have a conversation? And she sat there and she laughed and agreed that in order to do that, you got to look straight into the camera. Hello, you're calling me. You're calling me from a mute number, but we already got your Florida number. Hello. We didn't already got your Florida number. Yeah. So when you try to troll, I didn't already got your real number, and then you're gonna call me from a black number. I already got your real number. I already got the real number from Florida. So you can just keep trolling all day long. I've already got I've already got your private number. Okay, but anyway, so you can call in private. You should have did that first, but then you call in from another thing, Florida. But anyway, I personally want to say, you guys, this is why, Flame do all that talking, but you ain't ready for it. I challenge you. How about you let me come to the show in New York? How about let's have get me on the stage? You know what I'm saying? When I'm saying let's have a roast and gag live on the stage. You doing all that talking, you talking all that roo-rah, you doing all that type of thing, and I wonder why is Flame Monroe so afraid of Wiley? Why is it so afraid? I am a biological black man, and I don't never want to change being a biological black man. I am happy being a man. I am happy living this life. I am happy being who I am, and I am proud of being a black man, though I have eyes that is not considered to be straight according to this society. But I know one thing without a doubt. I love being a black man. All right. I just feel like Flame is definitely a nasty person, and she is worse than President Donald J. Trump. I asked Charlamagne the God, her employer, from the Black Effect podcast and iHeartRadio. I want to talk to those two entities. Why are you all hiring a podcast host that all they do is go after people with eyes that's not straight like them and degrade them and talk about they and fat shame? She did this, Charlemagne the God, and also iHeart. We will send you the recordings of what she said on Claudia Jordan Instagram page. We have it recorded. My people have recorded it as well. I just want to know, this is sad. This is why I want you all to tag Foxhole. Again, if you any attorneys that can give me some counsel in this, please email me at wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. You can email me there right now. I would love to have a conversation about what is my legal options, because I have been calling out to Claudia, say, hey, I want to be on the show or whatever. And Flame have said this multiple times. Well, one of the requirements was look straight in the camera. And then when Claudia co-signed it, now I feel like this is Fox's issue here. Why are you speaking for the organization? Oh yeah, I said it, yeah. One of the requirements, you must look straight in the camera. This is crazy, and I think it's dangerous rhetoric. It is no different than these white-wing conservatives that say DEI should not exist in society because they feel like we just get a job because we're not qualified. Well, Flame, if you want to call out the people that is trying to destroy affirmative action and DEI, what does that say about you that you're refusing to bring me on because my eyes is not straight? That's no different than some people of whiteness that feel like I should not get a job. And if I do get the job, it was only because of a quota. I didn't deserve it. It was because of a quota. How's that any different when you say, brother, you can't get the job, not because you're not a great host, because you have a thriving show by yourself, but because your eyes is not straight? It reminded me in my grandmother's time when she was born through the Jim Crow era, that when she would try to register to vote, you have to do a test, and you have to, literally talk about how many jelly beans and how many stuff like that. This is very painful and hurtful and sad that a Black identifying woman, a trans woman, got on that platform and caused me emotional distress. I feel like crying because I'm highly emotional. This is heartbreaking that my own people, Claudia and Flame Monroe, felt that I should not sit on Fox Soul TGIF because I can't look straight into the camera. Those are their words. That's very painful. That's very painful. It reminded me where Black qualified people can't be in the room only because their skin color do not match whiteness, do not match Caucasian. That's sad. And I'm asking my audience to pray for me, because I have to fight so hard because of how I look. And this is why I work so hard, because society say, hey, you don't deserve to work in media because your eyes is not straight. But what does that say about the little girls and boys that don't have straight eyes? You mean to tell me that they have to go under the knife, do surgeries that they can't afford to be on television? That's what we're telling the little girls and boys that are coming up, that you can't be on television because you don't look straight into the camera. That's sad, and it's dangerous rhetoric. And these same people like Claudia, like Flame Monroe, preach and tell Black folks don't vote for Trump. Why would I listen to them? They're worse than Trump because they're Black. These are Black women that supposed to be the allies of Black men. I thought Black women is the backbone of Black men. I don't feel that way. I feel that those black women destroyed me that day. They destroyed my spirit. So why would I take any type of political advice from Claudia or from Flame Monroe? Why would I take advice for those black women? Because those black women said, I cannot sit on that platform only because I don't look straight into the camera. That to me is very hurtful. It's dangerous. And also for the people that do have the same eye condition that I have to say that they can't do it. But I challenge that. I don't care how you look. Never let nobody deter you from your dream and your goal. I will continue to do what I do. I will continue to work very hard. I have to work twice as hard to get in those spaces. And I feel, Claudia, I'm going to pray for you because that was evil, what you did. And Flame, I'm going to pray for you too. Because at the end of the day, you did all that talking, but it's some spaces, my sister, that you can't go in because of what you represent. And you fight so hard to get into those rooms, to use the restroom with women. You fought very hard for that. You believe that trans women should use the restroom with biological women. You fought for that. You fought that trans women should be respected in the community, not thrown to the side. You fought for that. But to see you abandon what you preach, to destroy my dream of being on Fox Network, to being on Fox Soul, that to me, sister, you're wrong. And I'm not going to encourage people to stop your progress because I feel that trans women should be able to use public accommodation with biological women if they're respectful, right? But I would never say that you should not use a women's restroom because you wasn't born a woman. No, that's discrimination. I would never do that. And so I pray that you do a reflection because what you did was wrong and that wasn't right. That wasn't right. When Monique got an offer to do a radio show, and Flame, you got the offer to be Monique co-host, right? You said this on Fox Soul. You said that Monique did not want to sit with you because you was trans. And you were hurt about that. You really needed that job. You really needed that money because this was before the Tiffany Haddish. This was before They Ready. This was before the Netflix. This was before the lights and camera where the mainstream gravitated towards you. You felt some type of way. You talked about that situation, even though it happened in the 90s. You talked about your experience on Fox Soul. How is that any different than you see a black man that is qualified, talented, and that can entertain the masses virtually on camera, because that's what I do on the Wiley Show, that I can't do this because I don't look straight in the camera. I just want you to understand. You felt that your dream was just snatched away from you, and you really needed that check. And Monique said no because, according to you, that she didn't want to sit with a trans woman. But you is a trans woman in the same community as I. I'm in the B, you in the T, okay? So you decided to step on and trying to destroy my dream because, again, I'm going to fight through it. Though it's painful, though I'm going to have to cry. But guess what? I'm going to wipe my tears. I'm going to talk to my psych doctor. I'm going to continue to take my psych medication, and I'm going to continue to be great. I am not going to allow a Flame Monroe or a Claudia to distract me from my sole purpose is to entertain the masses. So I'm not going to allow that. And so I 1000% is honestly just want you all to know that I love you guys, and we're going to open up the phone lines and allow you all to call in. But I personally had to come on this show and give my honest opinion from the heart. That was very painful. That was very painful what Flame and Claudia did. They literally lynch my spirit in front of thousands of people. They literally stripped me of my dignity by making fun of a condition that I can't control, that I was born this way. I didn't feel like having this eye. I didn't wake up and say, well, I feel like my eyes is crossed. I was born this way. Not that one day I decided to go and get a surgery to mess up the eyeballs and say, well, I feel like having crossed eyes. No, I actually was born this way. I want that to make that crystal clear. I felt like I was lynched on Claudia Jordan's Instagram by Flame Monroe and Claudia Jordan, which is a host on TGIF. And so, again, I am not asking my followers to, be upset. I'm just asking you all to pray for me. I love your encouraging words. I'm going to continue, though it is painful, though my heart is heavy, but I have to do this live because I have to be there for the little Black boys and girls and Black and people, period, the human period, that want to get into media, but because they don't have the look, they get discouraged. My advice to you is to keep going. So I will continue to stand up for what is right. I will not stop. I will continue to stand strong. I'm asking for all the prayer warriors to pray for me because this is sad. And so many people have lost their life because of the bully tactics that Flame Monroe and Claudia did. This is really sad. And they supposed to be allies to the community, or they supposed to be in the community or whatever. But I felt like they bullied me. I felt like it. I really felt shunned. I felt embarrassed. I felt public humiliation. That's what I felt. And I personally am just on the broadcast here and having this conversation because this is a conversation that needs to be had. And many people would say, oh, you're doing this for sympathy. You're doing this for payola. No, I cannot gain any sympathy for how I was born. I will always stand up for what is right. I will not give up. I will stand up for my true belief. And I love you all for that. And so again, if you all have any suggestions, you all can please email me at wileyshowproduction@gmail.com. And now we're going to go to the phone lines. If you decide to call in and if you want to give your thoughts, you can call in and give your thoughts. Instagram, I'm going to bring this up to a close. We're live on YouTube. I don't know if you all can still hear me because we're live on YouTube at The Wiley Show. You can go to the YouTube channel there and we could bring it on that type of way. But for you all to come on and everything, and we will bring you on at this appropriate time. And then I'm gonna bring you on so you all can come on the show here because it's very needed. So we can have this this dialogue, and it's okay for people to say, well, for them, if your eyes is straight, right, you will say, let it go, right? It does not. But for actually have this condition, that I was born with, and I did not get any surgery to get it. I actually was born this way. So it's nothing that I can do to change it because, again, I can go to the doctor and change it right now. I don't have the resources. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the way it is with that. So let's go to the phone lines and you all can call in at this moment. Go right ahead. You live on the air. How you doing? You live on the air. How you doing? You live on the air. Go ahead.
Hey,
all right.
I just want to say
okay, go ahead.
I was on your station here and I heard it all. And I just want to say to Claudia, you should be ashamed of yourself to be the woman you are and for you to work with a corporate entity, which is Fox Soul. The Fox Network should not allow this. This is bad. This is sad. It's discrimination, however you put it. Because there are other people out there that have messed up eyes. You cannot allow someone to say this on a platform And then you, Claudia, knew it was very wrong because I heard out of your mouth, oh, should I save this? Am I going to get in trouble for this? You knew it was wrong. And I quote, you knew it was wrong, Claudia. You should be ashamed of yourself. And to that Flame Monroe, I told you she was not no good. I told you she was not no good. People look into this. It's sad. And I apologize for them, Wiley. I apologize for them because I know how you feel. Deep down inside, it's sadness. Okay? And thank you for having the courage to speak out about this trauma that they caused on you.
Thank you so very much for that, because I needed those encouraging words. Because, unfortunately, you know this, like, being in the community, what we have to fight as, Black, gay man, bisexual man, trans, we have to fight through that, right? And we fought hard to be on television. It was a time where we weren't allowed to be on television, right? To be on networks. Now you have Pose. Now you have, you know what I'm saying, Billy Porter, etc. And now you have trans women like T.S. Madison on multi-high budgeted, high grossing films. But to see a trans woman like, Flame Monroe and an elder to say that, that's very painful. And it's shocking because people were saying in my messages, like, why would she say that out of all people when she is trying to fight for her rights, right? Trans women is under attack. And they're fighting to be alive. They're fighting to not be pushed out of society.
But for her, to get the respect.
Yeah, they're fighting for respect here. So I just feel like what Flame Monroe did was sad. It hurt my feelings. It caused me so much emotional distress. And it also, Claudia caused that too, because she co-signed that, and she works on Fox Soul. She is the host, one of the hosts on TGIF.
And you know what's also wrong? Because I quote, Star Monroe said, I'm sorry, what's her name? Flame Monroe, she said, it's whatever, because people already screen recorded. You remember that? Because Claudia Jordan was very scared.
Yeah.
She knew it was wrong.
Yeah, it was wrong. And she knew it was wrong. Like, why would you say that and you allow Flame to defame? And then the sad part about it is
you can't say that. No, she didn't. No, she let it go.
Yes.
She let it go on.
And
it's sad.
Yes.
So from now on, I would not watch or tune into Fox Soul, and I'm not tuning into any of the Fox network until they make a public apology to the Wiley show.
And I'm not more so much like a public apology, but also, representation. Why are you preventing me to be on your show? Because this is Flame in Claudia words, right? That one of the requirements, you have to look straight into the camera. That to me, like, that's sad. So you mean to tell me nobody with my condition can be on there?
Saying it towards you.
Right. Not even Forrest Whitaker? Like, I just don't understand the logic with that. If roles were reversed, if Claudia was what would trash Flame for her being trans, she would be canceled. But it is okay to attack young Black men. This is why young Black men period, are leaving the Democratic Party, because we feel not welcome. We feel like certain people in our own community is pushing us to a side, don't see who we are, and and I see why. And then these same people, again, I want to say this point again, they always be criticizing Trump. Oh, he's insulting, he's not presidential, oh, he's not professional. But what did y'all call that? Then exactly. She said, you're gonna get on Section A, you're gonna then she said, oh, he lived with his grandmother, changed his grandmother. This is all her. This is Flame Monroe. And who's on the line laughing and co-signing with her laugh? Claudia Jordan.
And let's not forget, the public already think of Claudia as a racist with that's colorist rather, and then she has this going on now. So we the people, we the public, we're not going for this. We know you guys are in the bushes. What we're asking for, you guys need to make a public apology because it was very wrong. It was very wrong. It was very wrong. It is.
For
And
me, they have an open position.
I encourage other callers to
Yes,
call in. I encourage other callers to let them know it's not right.
it's not
Call
right.
in and let them know it's not right. And I'm going to drop that in the bushes so others
Exactly.
can
I
call.
want to pin this comment here and say, quote, it's one thing to talk about people, but not blocking someone from employment because of an impairment is two different things. And they admit
Absolutely. That's discrimination.
Yes.
Point blank, period.
So it's just like you representing $1 billion company and you're saying one of the requirements to be on here, you got to look straight. What? Do you know, like, that's illegal? You can't do that.
Yes.
That's no different than Trump when he did not want to put people in his building, black qualified people, because of their skin color, not because they had low credit scores or whatever. You know what happened? The Department of Justice sued Trump Tower, sued them because they did discrimination. You can't do that. And Flame have echoed this. Claudia have echoed this, right? Al have echoed this. And what are they doing? Discrimination. Blank discrimination to Brother Wiley. And it was very disgusting and it was painful and hurt. I was broken. I was really broken by that. I really was. And that's why it's so important to have your own platform where you can talk to people. This is why you have to have something where you can control the narrative, because I went over there to a place where I thought it was a safe place, and it was a place they came and they stepped on my dreams and they stepped on my emotions and they closed the door to a great employment opportunity for me.
The big dream that you have, that you're aiming for, they really try to crush it. But don't allow them to. Do not allow them to. Keep fighting, my brother. Keep fighting.
Absolutely.
And we the stand with you, Wiley. And I urge you to seek an attorney. I urge you.
Oh, most definitely I will. Most definitely I will. We're gonna have this conversation, and I thank you for coming on. And anybody can call in.
And download that clip. Please do not lose what you screen record. You need.
No, I have the clips here. I have the clips, so we're gonna play one of the clips here. Let me.
That's for the newcomers that's coming in. That's a little lost.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you all for the people that's a little lost. I was just getting the background so people can understand. But I'm gonna bring one of them up here. Wait a minute. I want to make sure that I can bring it up here. So again, for the people that have it, email it to me. Email it to me at wileyshow@gmail.com or Wiley Show Productions. Yeah, email it to me. So for those that have the clips.
But you're gonna have it regardless because it was on your
No. They have it downloaded. Like somebody just downloaded it. Hold on, let me download it to my phone. Okay, let me email it to myself, and we gotta do that. Thank you, Icon.
Welcome, and once again, I do apologize.
Thank you for that.
Happened to you.
Honestly, thank you for that. Thank you so very much for that. All right.
When you ever do go seek to speak to your therapist, please let them know for documentation.
Absolutely.
Paper trail.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna upload this, and I'm gonna bring another moderator of the Wiley Show on here as well. Prada Me You Live. How you doing, Prada?
Hi, how are you?
Doing well.
Child, this is a mess. But I feel like this would be a great learning moment for people like Claudia Jordan, people like Flame Monroe, who think it's okay to make fun of people with disabilities. It's not okay. There's nothing funny about somebody having a disability. Um, Making fun of someone's disability is not a drag. It's not a read. You just look silly.
Yes, absolutely. And that's why I'm so glad that you said that. I'm gonna upload one of the screen records here. Give me a second because we got the screen record.
We got the
We're gonna
receipts.
upload this one. Okay, here we go.
In the camera, you do not meet the qualifications to get the job. So sorry, boo. Go back to your page. Tear everybody else down that you want to be and will never be. Go to the gym for 5 minutes for the camera, because right after that you go to the donut shop right next door. Because you have never lost a pound. Every time you leave the gym, you look bigger. Now, who does that? Oh, I got 3 words for you. Ozempic. Oh, bitch, I'm on a roll tonight. Come get it. In. Wait till New York. New York is all about me.
Where can people see you in New York?
So that was that file, you guys, and we're gonna
That was
upload it.
supposed to be funny.
Right, and that
that wasn't even
and that's what it was, of what she said. And Claudia laughed, and we have the full recording. Of course, we can't like upload it right now because it was gonna take a while because it was a long file there. But I'm so glad for the producers for being in the room and screen recording some of the mishap. All right. And so this is what happened right then and there. We have the full video when Flame came on all the way up to when the live ended. And so we're going to have, this conversation, and I want you all to call in. If it goes to the voicemail, I did that on purpose so it won't beep throughout the broadcast. So I will call you back directly. So stay by your phone, and I'll call you back directly. But this is like a bad look for Claudia because she said in the broadcast, I don't know if you listened to it, part of me, she kept saying, my lawyer is calling right when that was going on.
So her attorney was caught. When she says her lawyer, I assume she means the attorney from Fox Soul. I'm assuming. So I mean, she knew why her attorney was calling.
And this is like
you are telling someone that you specifically did not hire them, A, because you don't like them, and B, because you say they can't look straight in the camera due to a disability.
That's the point that I want the audience to understand.
And people in the comments acting like they don't know what's going on. It is a federal crime to not hire someone due to a disability. If you don't know about this, I implore you to research it and look it up.
And this is because we have the full video. We try to get as many clips as we can get, many clips. And
and turn all this stuff over to an attorney, and they will let you know that you have a case.
Yeah, and so we definitely had that conversation. But we were planning on the radio show. This is why it's so important to have multiple platforms. Because, pardon me, you were there listening to the entire encounter when Flame came on.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is why it's great to have boots on the ground, eyes everywhere, ears everywhere.
Absolutely. Because like you were literally right there when it happened. And I said, wow, this is something like, this is shocking. I was surprised that Flame A came out of character, addressed me by name. I was shocked because usually she said, I'm not going to give him any clout. What changed? Like, pardon me, remember when Flame Monroe said, I'm not going to give any press to my unpaid employees, correct?
I remember he said that a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm.
But tonight, Flame directly said my name. Like this, and this is the sad part about it. It's like people think that I be talking to myself, but no, this is a clear as day that Flame is stopping the Wiley Show bags. This is crazy. I understand where Nikki is saying about the Grammys. I never understood it about the industry stuff, but now I kind of understand what Nikki is saying, how people do things behind the scenes and stop your opportunity. And they're so bold like Flame was so bold to admit it on video. I understand what Nikki said. At least Nikki, nobody from Rock Nation or Megan ever did a live and said, yeah, Nikki, the reason why you ain't got no Grammy is because of X, Y, and Z.
So and so don't like you and they didn't vote for you, whatever she be saying.
Right.
I wanna okay, so where's the comment? So someone in the comment said they don't think you didn't get the job because you have a disability. They think it's because you're unqualified. Well, what exactly would make him what makes Wiley unqualified for this online position that he's already doing right now on the Wiley show? I think y'all really have it's like you're not really living in reality. The
That's what I'm
same thing
saying.
Claudia
Like,
is doing
we
is the
do the
same thing we're
same
doing right
thing.
now. Y'all are in the comments just like people are in the comments over on Fox Soul on TGIF. What are you talking about?
Exactly. You said a great point. So give me a second, you guys. Let me see if this is the same video that is coming. I'm gonna play this other one over, but let me see if this is the same one. Hold on. Let me see.
Special needs, you will not get the job. I'm sorry, just
okay. And this is the part of Flame. Give me a second. Let me upload this so you all can see this as well. Give me a second. I'm gonna upload this one. And also said something about special needs.
You will not get the job. I'm sorry, just say that to you. I fucking said it. If you don't like it, kiss my dick in the face. This is Flamer, bro. Have a fantastic night. Good night, Claudia. Special needs, you will not get the job. I'm sorry, just say that to you. I fucking said it. If you don't like it, kiss my dick in the face. This is Flamer, bro. Have a fantastic night. Good night, Claudia.
Interesting.
Bye. Oh my God.
That's the employee of Fox Soul.
And then the same person said, also, haven't you been bashing Flame and his kids? I'm so confused. Well, if you can point out when Wiley said something about Flame having a disability or his children having a disability, then we can have a conversation.
Exactly. Or me preventing them children to work at a position because they have a disability. Please pull that receipt. Please pull that receipt. Please pull that receipt. So this is blatant discrimination and admitting it on camera. This is crazy. And I'm so glad that we're here with Pride of Me because we're able to have this conversation and hopefully you all is hearing it. So, thank you. And we, of course, we're going to open up the phone lines and we're going to allow you all to call in. I would prefer you hit the link because then we can have multiple people on here at the same dang on time.
Special needs.
Okay, that was the same video. Okay. So if anybody else is sending videos to me, just send it to my email and we can have that on that. Okay. Also, I'm going to open up the StreamYard as well. If you need the link, I will send it to you as well. I will drop it in the chat. And
why don't y'all come on up here? Because y'all have a lot to say in the comments. Come on up.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation.
Absolutely. Give me a second. Okay, I sent that as well. So go right there. Sent that as well.
This is the funniest mess I've watched in a while. So why don't you call in? Let's make it funnier.
So sorry, boo. Go back to your page.
Okay, that's the one. The 33 second. Okay. All right. Okay. So you gotta this person that's behind I gotta see your face. Because I never see it, and that's not even a good name. Okay. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Hello. Hey, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hey, I'm in the dark. That's why.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Anyway, I'm gonna watch it from the beginning and see what happened. But whatever the case is, it don't matter how he feel about it. In the comments, y'all need to pipe down. It's obvious who you are. I mean, if what happened hurt his feelings, let him go through it. That was punishment enough. Y'all don't have to be going back and forth. Well, it's just really nasty in the comments. Y'all some mean, hateful people. But I'm gonna say this, Claudia and Flame Monroe obviously have identity issues. You don't know what you want to be, especially Claudia with her mean, nasty self. You don't know if you want to be white or black. You don't know because you're not accepted really in either one. So therefore, you're gonna attack and be nasty and tear down because you don't know who you are. Flame, speak for itself. Speak for itself. You don't know which way you anyway. So, but that don't mean attack somebody. And I didn't hear the special needs comments. That was kind of low down because you don't know, some of your fans might have special needs children or might be special needs. You know what I mean? But down in the comments with all that snarky and all that, just leave, leave. It hurt them enough when y'all turned them down for the job. And in this season, the way the get back is, you better be careful. Because when you dig one hole, you better dig two. Be careful of all that evil mean stuff you're saying, because karma is very instant nowadays. You better look at the times we're working in. So, like I said, just pipe down. Let the man his feelings is already hurt. Does that make you feel better, hurting him more? Is that what you strive off of? Come on, just a little empathy, a little, just sit back and let him vent, let him let it out. No matter if you think it's reckless, if he was gonna get hired or not. I admire you, Wiley, for even taking the leap, for even trying, because it's a lot of people who wouldn't even try. You know what I'm saying? And you talking about Ozempic. What about Valtrex or whatever it is? The male pattern baldness sitting there looking like Madam the puppet, honey, with that tired beat knee high he be using, probably full of germs. That's why that face breaking out, because you're using that dirty sock to beat that old face of yours, looking like Sammy Terry. So be nice. You ain't have to get on there and say that was not a read. It wasn't cute, especially the special needs. Come on, man. That wasn't it. That wasn't it at all. I didn't like that. Even though I didn't watch the whole thing, that ain't it, y'all. That bullying, that's played out. That's played out. It really is. Sit back and just watch. If y'all think
Yes,
it's a
that's
shit
why I'm
show,
so glad you were
watch
able
the
to
show.
call
You
in
know
for
what I
that.
mean?
Thank you so very much, caller,
Mm-hmm.
for coming on, giving that opinion. Very hurt, but I'm not going to
That's all
stop
right.
giving
You'll
up
bounce
on my
back. Let's just,
dreams.
like I said, don't you'll bounce back. We're just gonna work on
Yes,
getting your platform put together and built up. We're gonna share this stuff, and they literally,
absolutely. Thank you.
unbeknownst to them, they built your, look at the chat. They bringing traffic your way. So hey, you know, let it do what it do.
So that's why I am here having this conversation. And I'm seeing the comments of the people that are coming in. I'm seeing the numbers and people having their opinion. But at the end of the day, you cannot discriminate against a person or how they look. No different than a woman. You can't discriminate against her and say, oh, I don't like to have women because y'all get pregnant. You can't say that.
But you don't see all of that. But when Michelle ATL, ain't nobody coming for her, huh? Scary. They that's called bullying, picking on the little guy. No, say something, because Michelle been on a girl neck for years, and you still won't say nothing. You still won't say nothing. So don't come messing with the low guy on the totem pole. Wiley, that was brave of you to even try out. That was very brave of you. I take my hat off to you, because half of the people who down there talking stuff wouldn't even applied. Wouldn't even applied. You hear me?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's good.
That's why I'm so glad that I stood for that, because we need to see representation on all media platforms that people that look like me. We have no different than black folks are fighting for representation, no different than trans people fighting for representation. Representation matters, right? Because there are young people, there are elderly people, there are middle-aged people that have the same eye condition that I have, and they should be welcome to do media, right? Fox Soul is a show where they're taping virtually, correct? Are we taping virtually right now, right? Our internet has been doing very well. We have had really not too many glitches at all, some non-existent. We can't say the same thing of Claudia Jordan, because it have been multiple episodes where she have been glitching, and she's getting a multi six-figure, checks allegedly, and we're not even given a strong figure, and our internet has been doing, our streams have been going out very smoothly. So I'm
You
just
can't
saying,
tell people. I can stand when people tell other people to move on or get over it. You cannot tell people when and how to grieve. That's just like saying, well, why didn't the victim speak up sooner? You don't know people's process and how they process stuff. You don't know. And whether Wiley is qualified or not, regardless the fact, they could have said that behind the scenes. They could have been like, well, y'all know Wiley a mess and he can't look in the camera, this, that, and the third. Y'all could have, that's something y'all could have sidebarred and did, you know, to yourselves. You didn't have to come online, but hurt people, you know what I mean? And it just is what it is. And leave them people alone over there.
Absolutely. And that's
Yeah.
why I'm
If
so
what's
glad.
his name? Funky even said it. The girl is messy. Too many people say she messy, so you shouldn't don't you don't want to allow
Wow. So
that.
Funky said that
God is
about who?
protecting
Who
you
did
from
Funky say
that.
that about?
Funky said that Claudia was messy.
Wow.
Didn't they
Yeah,
unfollow each other? They blocked each other on Instagram, right?
I believe so. But you know that song, Wiley, God blocked it. He would not let it. You just don't know. You be getting protected and don't even know or understand. But you'll look back and be like, man, I'm glad I dodged that bullet. Really?
Somebody asked, wait, weren't you trolling on their live? How did they start talking about you? Because Wiley is that guy. That's what we're trying to get y'all to understand. Wiley is
Right.
that guy.
And Flame, correct me if I'm wrong. If you're on camera, don't you have the power to respond or not respond when you're on camera, correct?
Yes.
So Flame directly said my name, directly went there, and really went in, was really feeling herself, right? And Claudia encouraged it, right? She co-signed it. And I just want people to understand when I said, hey, let me defend myself. Let's have an open dialogue. Let's put it all on the playground. Claudia said no. But she allowed Flame to defame me, to ridicule me, crucify me in front of the masses of the people. To me, that is wrong. That was an emotional lynching. And honestly, that's how I felt. I felt lynched. And
That's
I
special.
feel like Claudia allowed that on her broadcast, which was disgusting for her to do. And let's let the record show, both of them is older than me. They can really be a parent of me, a mentor, right? They always say the elders should be helping the younger people, correct? We supposed to be looking at the people at Claudia's age and Flame Monroe age and, really looking at them as, as examples in the community. But is that really a good example? Insulting a 33-year-old man?
So is
mean,
it
what?
protocol for everybody that doesn't get the job that they get
Right.
online and roast them? Is that the protocol for Foxo?
That's crazy.
Job, so we get online and we gonna blast you.
Right. And talk about your disabilities.
And then said special needs. We don't hire special needs. What? That was
exactly.
That part right there was. But did they mention you, Wiley?
They did. They mentioned it. We have the full. I'm trying to see if it uploads so we can watch the full.
Well, congratulations for that.
Encounter, because we have it screen record, and this is why it's so important for whoever invented screen record. Baby, they did something amazing because people used to say stuff, and then if it wasn't recorded, but now you can screen record things, right? And and we definitely got to have this conversation, and this is why we are saying it verbatim. They're in this position, and literally, Flame took a check out of my bank account because he said one of the requirements, you have to look straight. That's all you're not on Fox. So he have said it in multiple videos, but this was the first time he was very direct and said my name on the air on Claudia Jordan's Instagram. And Claudia was like, well, I don't know if I should keep it up. It don't work. It's already screen record. It's like,
in all fairness, it's a learning lesson all around the board. We're gonna give grace. Like, you go hard sometimes, but
it's a very learning lesson.
Yeah,
but if you represent a $1 billion company, who have something to lose? You work for the $1 billion organization,
honey,
and try to speak on their behalf,
show.
or a young brother that is totally
channel.
Independent that don't work for a corporate America. Who have more to lose here? Like, you working for an entity. I want people to understand Fox Soul is owned by the Fox Corporation. The same people that operate and own Fox News. Fox, understand this. So you're saying on a platform to millions of listeners that the reason why Wiley's not on there, not because he's not qualified, not because he don't have a webcam or whatever, or a green screen or whatever. All because you don't look straight in the camera and you have special needs. That was said. So you guys, you can't do that.
Yeah, he go hard sometimes, but he goes hard to a smaller audience. I'm pretty
and it's small, and I don't represent a $1 billion company.
Thank you, because they really in the comments.
They're not understanding that piece. They
But
represent
Wiley
a $1 billion company, and where Funky Dineva said he got, did he say he had turned down a $250,000 check? $250,000.
This person said, but Flame isn't human resources, so it don't matter. Flame works for Fox. Flame is employed by the Fox Corporation along with Claudia Jordan.
And they're
responsible for their employees.
Exactly. And you have to be careful.
A much bigger crowd than Wiley. I could see if they said that, well, we need you to have at least 50,000 followers. I could see.
Right. I can understand
but for
that.
you to just go in and talk about Ozempic and special needs, you went right for they went right below the belt. Like they went.
So you mean to tell me you can't be obese to be on there? Wow. Okay.
Now she's talking about what was your point? What was your point in saying that statement that didn't make any sense? Flame is an HR. What was your point? So
that's how I'm saying. They said Flame, he's not on their payroll. What do you think the check that he just got from Fox? Like, this is what the people. So you say that Claudia is not on the payroll either? Come on.
Now Claudia is the agent of chaos, honey. Because I remember they showed a video where she said, "Well, I can't see nothing but their teeth." She was like, "I can see this person and this person, but that person's so dark, I can't see nothing but teeth." Okay, well, you saying that to say what? I mean, like that's why Michelle. Claudia, she did say that. I see why Michelle is constantly on Claudia. Because at first I'm like, why? But I watched that is a struggle channel anyway. Wiley, that is not really.
My thing is, you say struggle. You're working for Fox Corporate, the Fox family. Do you understand the opportunities that come with that? Not only are you working on this entity, but this nation, you can work with other opportunities as well, Tubi, etc. Right? So my understanding is, unfortunately, you guys, I don't think people understand because they're not trying to elevate, right? But maybe they'll understand if they try to get a McDonald's job and they say, "Girl, we don't want to hire you because you're a woman." Or because you get sick too much, right? Or because of your skin color or your disability, or because you got crutches, we can't hire you, right? You got to be careful with that. And it was our people, our ancestors that fought hard for those rights that we're talking about, employment rights, and you can't discriminate, the housing and jobs, because of what African Americans during that era, those civil rights leaders, those black folks stood together and fought for that, for we can have to be in those spaces. But to see black folks like Claudia, Flame Monroe, to say you can't have this job because you don't have the certain look. What does that remind you of? This is Alabama? Is this Jim Crow? I thought we was surpassed the Jim Crow era.
I feel them too. I feel them in the comments though. I believe children and disabilities might want to be off.
And it's just like, especially when you are an elder, when you live a life, you've been in this world for decades plus. Shouldn't you be an example to the younger people?
Well, they're in the comments talking about when Wiley said something about Tasha K's kids, the daughters specifically. Okay, but the daughters of age, correct?
And this is what I want to say to these people that are saying this. When Tasha K defamed Cardi B and said those salacious lies about Cardi, she got sued, correct? And then she continued to defame, no different than Trump. But when you're having an opportunity, you open your door up to the legal stuff when you are forbidding people to get a job and stopping them from getting a job because of how they look. That's crazy. And that is crazy. And this is why we are having dialogue on the platform. We are having this conversation live in color. And Flame Monroe, unfortunately, she did not have the courage. I thought she said she was about that life. I thought she said she don't run from a challenge. She didn't bring me on the air. We wasn't in the same room. It's virtual. Didn't she drag Funky Dineva and said that Funky Dineva was a drug addict? Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
When Funky Dineva was on the air and Tasha called Funky Dineva and he said, I want to talk to Funky Dineva on the air. But Funky Dineva said no. And you felt some type of way. But Flame Monroe, you said that I said stuff about you publicly. I want to have a conversation with my elder. How about we have the conversation publicly? You ran from that opportunity, correct? Pardon me, you were there. You were hearing it on the radio show when I requested to come up. What did Claudia say? I don't want you all arguing, but he could just insult me? Come on. Like, that don't make sense.
And we were just talking about this a few weeks ago. Oh, well, I'm going to drag you, but I don't think you should drag me back. What? Oh, no, I'm going to drag you back. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I understand. I'm reading the comments.
I understand about the comments, but a lot of these people in the comments, probably some of them probably have a child with my eye condition, right? I wonder, this is why some people don't come on camera. Why do you think people don't come on camera? When Little Kim Child was described and talked about, right, by 50 Cent, he dragged Little Kim daughter because she have an eye condition that is similar to mine, correct? Can we open up that door? And this grown man said that on a international platform when Nicki, when a song came out, they thought it was a diss record towards Nicki. 50 Cent said, why don't you say something about her cockeyed daughter, right? So how is that any different than a powerful entity, Claudia, a powerful entity, Flame, wasn't she on Netflix? So how is that any different? To me, I feel like Flame did a disservice to the community, and he is worse than any homophobic, transphobic person. He's worse than them because he put it on this facade, and he just as evil as any MAGA, anybody over there with the Republicans. He's worse than the Republicans because he looked like me. Only difference is on some days he put on a wig. That's the only difference. But he looks just like me, right? He is part of the black race. And for him to insult me is crazy. And it's not right. And this is why we're standing on business and standing on a platform, and we're bringing it to the public. And we're allowing you, the public, to give your opinion, to hit the link, to call in, to give your thoughts, right? We're not running away from your thoughts, but I love when you come on and we can hear your voice.
Everybody don't have to agree this conversation because I don't agree with them all the time at all. Like, now hear me out, Wiley. I'll mess with you, but we're gonna call a spade. We just gonna keep kids off limits and disabilities off limits.
I feel as though if you work for a powerful corporation, you should not prevent people from getting jobs. I'm sorry. We should not be doing that. Because when you're stopping people bags, I wonder how. Remember when I want somebody to pull that video when Flame Monroe was talking about Monique, how Monique snatched that bag and said, I'm not working with Flame because of Flame is a trans woman.
So I want somebody to put caller, we're stopping at kids and disabilities, but not deceased relatives. That's okay.
That too, yeah. Deceased people, children, and disabilities. It's just gotta be. It's gotta be some kind of.
Because they're equally disgusting.
Equally
across the board, yeah.
But I think, and also what I think, what they could have handled it different. I think that maybe give them some kind of internship or train them up. You know what I mean?
That's what I was gonna say. It doesn't look like they had any type of media training.
And since y'all want to call them special needs, the government will give you some kind of write-off for even doing that. You know what I mean? If you so LGBTQ friend and all that friendly, how come you can't be disability friendly or whatever? Why can't you be that?
I just don't understand that at all. And this is really something, and I'm so glad that we have people here and we're having, like I said, we're having this conversation. And I'm going to open up the phone lines.
One of these people who think that you just so wrong, and don't yell and argue. Just sit up here and talk.
No, we invited them on the show. Like we invited each of them on the show, but they're not. Some of them not going to have the courage to call in, especially those that have the same eye condition, because they don't want to be ridiculed. Like Claudia ridiculed me and lynched me with that verbal lynching, as well. With Flame did it as well. So again, I feel like I understand why people don't want to come on camera. I get it. I understand, because you have to deal with that public scrutiny and you have to deal with the evilness of Flame snatching the bag from a black brother that in need of the position, just like she was in need of that radio position when she was billed to work with and be a co-host of Monique radio show. So again,
And matter of fact, who she over there giving magnificent head to be able to get people thrown off in their contracts,
that makes you
slaves,
wonder.
everything over there prostituting and mouth and everything else.
It's like that makes you wonder.
Like she
like
got a lot of pull over there. You must be pulling a white woman card on that one. You know what I mean?
I just like I don't know what she's pulling, but what she pulled out of me was just hurtness, embarrassment, and it was
he
sad.
wanted to apply for Fox. He ain't want to.
Yeah, that to me, that's why I'm so glad that you, the women on here, is just having this conversation, and I'm glad that we are having this conversation, and I'm so glad that everybody is like sharing this. Like we have over 200 people across the country that is in some watching overseas. So we thank you. So we're gonna open up the phone lines, ladies. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, and you make sure you stay on top of that special needs comment, because that
absolutely. Oh, most definitely. We're gonna stay
over there beating his face with his disabled.
On top of that, almost definitely. We have to stay on top of that because it have to be like, because she said it. But yeah, thank you so very much for coming on.
It's all good.
You. All right. So I am about to open up the phone lines and allow you all to call in for y'all to say it about that. Let me play this one more time. Let me play this clip so y'all can see. Pardon me, you still there?
Still here.
Okay. All right, pardon me. So there, go.
Look directly in the camera. You do not meet the qualifications to get the job. So sorry, boo. Go back to your page. Tear everybody else down that you want to be and will never be. Go to the gym for 5 minutes for the camera, because right after that you go to the donut shop right next door, because you have never lost a pound. Every time you leave the gym, you look bigger. Now, who does that? Oh, I got 3 words for you. Ozempic. Oh, bitch, I'm on a roll tonight. Come get it. And wait till New York. New York is all about me.
Where can people see you in New York? Flame.
Special needs, you will not get the job. I'm sorry, just say that to you. Special needs, you will not get the job. I'm sorry, just say that to you. I fucking said it. If you don't like it, kiss my dick in the face. This is Flame Monroe. Have a fantastic night. Good night, Claudia.
Yeah,
you will not get the job.
That's what Flame Monroe said actually on there. So we're gonna open up the phone lines now. Pardon me, they're not gonna be able to hear your response on there. So if you want to stay on, because you're not gonna be able to hear their response. I mean, they're not gonna be able to hear you respond to them. So I try to have to repeat what they say, but I'm gonna call you all back on there because I don't like it when it beep. So I'm gonna go to the first one that called in. I'm gonna go to just only thing you need to do is call in once, and I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna go to the last 4 right now, 2741. I'm gonna go to the last 4, and I'm gonna call you back. And so only thing you have to do is answer. I'm gonna go to the last 4, and the only thing you have to do is answer the phone, and I will bring you on here. Okay. All right. So we are definitely going to have this conversation. Yes. Come on. Call. You got to answer. All right. I'm calling you back. The last 42741. I'm calling you back. Oh, okay. You didn't answer. So I'm going to go to the next one. Okay, that's Prada's number. Okay, let me go. I'm going to the last 4, 1890, the last 4. I'm going to call you back. 1890. 1890. Here we go. All right. We could definitely. Hey.
I just wanted to say, as a mom, and I'm going to be brief so you can get to the next call. I have a kid who has like a really bad eye condition she has as a toddler. And yeah, I enjoy the blogs and the reads and stuff, but I do think sometimes as a community, we kind of rag on each other just a little too hard. And so, God bless you. Keep doing what you're doing. I wish you all the love and the best wishes. And there's just a lot of moms out there like this content gonna get shared. It gets all over TikToks. These kids are already, having a hard time with their mental health, and so, and I do that as a profession too, as an advocate. I work with kids who got like AU and conduct disorders and some other stuff. So I just wanted to put that out there. We grown and we adults and we kind of take it sometimes, but then sometimes we can't. We saw a professor, behind a job, not be with us on the census anymore. So just blessings to you all, family. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Thank you so very much for that. And that was that person that called in, that we called back, very straight to the point. Okay, we got someone else. Again, you got to answer your phone, honey. Okay, 4894. I'm gonna call you back. You got to answer the phone. I'm calling people back here, so you got to answer the phone here. 4894 is the last four of your number. I'm gonna call you back. All right. Hello. Hey, you live on the Wiley Show.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi.
I haven't called and talked to you in a long time because I don't know. You have to really start watching what you say about other people. And you have the nerve and the audacity to sit up here and act like that you are just so crushed and your feelings are so hurt because they said these things about you. The things that I've heard you say about Stacey Abrams when we needed her to get elected in Atlanta, you're asking to be drugged all the way down 435, all up and down Texas. That was insane. And you was wrong for that.
So I prevented Stacey Abrams of getting a job?
Yes, you stood in the way of her.
No. I stopped her from getting a job
for voting for her.
No. What I'm saying is, so I had the power to say not for her to get that job. That's what you're saying,
possibly.
Now? No, I'm asking a question. It's not a possibility. It's a yes. It's a yes or no answer. Did I stop her from getting the job, ma'am? Did I stop her from getting the job? Did I stop Stacey?
Possibly.
No, ma'am. Possibly.
Possibly.
When Flame Monroe came on the show, and literally came on the show and on that Instagram on an employee of Fox Soul and said, yeah, because Claudia, you said in order to be on Fox Soul, you got to look straight in the camera. That's a direct of taking my opportunity. You're talking about a political race where I'm not a resident of Georgia. The resident of Georgia felt like she didn't get enough votes, right? We can talk about the reason why Stacey Abrams lost. A lot of people felt like she was catering towards the women crowd and not really catering towards the black men. A lot of black men felt like she wasn't really catering towards them. A lot of the suburban women, the rural women in Georgia, like Stacey Abrams cared about them. But regardless, she lost the race, and she lost the race by. She lost the race. It wasn't even, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. I want to answer that. Excuse me, ma'am, because it wasn't even a close race, right? At all. Stacey Abrams, the second time she ran, I mean, it was a blowout. Period. Point blank. But what I can say, something that happened today.
Well, repeat everything.
Monroe,
repeat
a trans woman,
said about her
and
right
Claudia,
now.
a black woman. Both of these women of color lynched me on the live and took away an opportunity only because, not because I'm not qualified, not because they have to vote for me, because I did not have that certain look. Stacey Abrams had to get people to vote for her, right? But those people literally said, you just don't have the look, and that's why we're not voting for you or letting you have this job because you don't have the certain, you can't, quote, look straight in the camera. To me, I think that's dangerous rhetoric.
All right. Well,
because I know I'm qualified. We're doing a Fox Soul type of broadcast right here. This is no different than Fox Soul. Only difference is we just add the call-in element.
So you're going to tell me if there are 3 janitors standing around and they see a new hire come in with a slew foot, and they tell a manager, we don't want you to hire his ass because he can't pick up no trash because he's got. You think they're gonna fire them? Hell no, they're not. But ma'am,
you have to be careful because what if I'm a male company and you a woman, and I say I don't like hiring women because you can have children, and I don't want to have to pay for you being out because you got
But
to
I'm
take care of
just
the
an
child. So I'm
employee of
gonna
the
hire
company. I'm
men
not in
because I don't have to worry
HR.
about
I'm not in the hiring
taking about
department or
a
anything
couple of
like that.
months
So
off
Flame
because they're
Monroe is not
pregnant.
in the hiring department.
So what you would feel some type of way as a woman, or if you want to get a raise as a woman, correct? Just like Oprah wants to get a raise, and the boss during that time said, "I can't give you the raise because you don't have a family. You're not married. The reason why this man make more money because he have a family." Does that make it right? No. That's because she's doing the same job as her male counterparts back in the 80s. And they told Oprah, her boss, her male boss, said the reason why he's making the $50,000 and not you is because he have a family. Even though Oprah and that man is doing the same job, that white man was doing the same job, but because she did not have the same genitalia as him, and because she did not have a family, got paid less than. So again, I'm not going to allow you to come here and try
Oprah
to
ain't got a
distract me
damn
from
thing to
where
do
my
with this,
stance
Wiley.
is.
Stop
I'm
it,
standing on
please.
for equality. I'm standing on for people's eyes that it's not straight, that they should have the same right as Claudia, as Flame, as T.S. Madison, as Al, as any other, as Dusty, as any other person that was on that show. We should not shut the door to a group of people only because their eyes is not straight. That's disgusting and that's deplorable. And I am not going to stand for that. Neither I'm going to agree with your idealism because it's dangerous rhetoric and it's no different than people are saying that Black folks should not get the job because they don't have the complexion for the operation, ma'am. Like,
and you don't like it. You either you doing this for attention for a show
doing it for a show, ma'am. They ridicule me on
hurt.
Instagram. Who have the bigger platform, Claudia, Foxo, or Wiley? Who have the bigger platform?
Okay.
I'm asking you a question. I'm going to ask you a question, ma'am. I'm asking you a question. Who have the bigger platform, Claudia, Flame, or Wiley? Answer that question. Answer it. Because
it's definitely not somebody who makes fun of somebody who
I asked you a direct question. Who have the bigger platform?
They will never offer you a job. Anybody that will laugh at somebody's child overdosing does not deserve a microphone. You laughed at Ricky Smiley's son overdosing, and you had a field day with that. And that was disgusting, Wiley. Nobody's going to give you a job or a platform.
Ricky Smiley for getting a job? I prevented Ricky Smiley from getting a job. Come on. We're talking about employment opportunity, ma'am. Stick on the topic. I did not prevent Ricky Smiley of getting a job. I did not prevent like Ricky Smiley's son.
That's why you ain't getting the job.
May he rest in peace. I didn't prevent his son or encourage his son to use drugs or prevent him from getting a job because he was on drugs. No, ma'am. We're talking about an employment opportunity, ma'am, and you're trying to go down a rabbit hole about Ricky Smiley's son. And last time I checked, ma'am, you could go and listen to the Ricky Smiley morning show right now, but you can't see Wiley on Fox Soul, not because I'm not qualified, but because I can't look directly in the camera. Ma'am, that is plain as day. Classic case of employment discrimination, ma'am, period.
You're not qualified because you come on not even 24 hours after somebody uses
I'm not qualified to talk about topic?
That's why you're not qualified.
What makes me not qualified?
Now,
what makes me not qualified?
I'm going to bed. You can sit up here and lie
to go to bed, man, but what makes me not qualified?
But that's why Flame Monroe dragged you and everybody's laughing at you.
That's why I'm not qualified? I just don't understand that. Why I'm not qualified? Ain't we doing this show? Like, lady, we just try to understand. I understand you're hurt because Stacey Abrams lost the job. She did not get elected in Georgia. I really think I want to take it as a compliment that you feel like I have all this power to prevent Stacey Abrams to win an election in Georgia. But since I do have that power, how about I use my power and influence to get Jason Lee elected in Stockton, California to represent District 6? And Stockton, since I had the power to tell Black folks not to vote for Stacey Abrams, how about I use the same power to make sure Jason Lee get elected in Stockton and make sure that he represent the people in South Stockton? And so the people on March 5th, make sure y'all go out and vote for Jason Lee, since I'm such this powerful, influential man. Because this woman even said I had power I didn't know I had. That I was the reason, quote, I was the reason why Stacey Abrams did not get the job in Georgia to become the governor of the state of Georgia. So since I do have that power, I want you all to go out and vote for Jason Lee, because we publicly endorse Brother Jason, because he is the right man for the job, because he get things done. He's inspiring people all over the world. That though many people have called him messy, they call me a troll, they call me messy all the time. But that brother have used his Fortune 500 company wealth, and he's using it to invest back into the community. He's going to get a position that only paying him $30,000. You know what he said? I'm going to take that $30,000 and invest it back into the community. Not like Ralph White, a slumlord that got black folks living in a slump and got black folks living in roach infested apartment, and they don't have even working indoor plumbing or even working electricity so people can have a refrigerator where they can be able to enjoy a hot meal for their family. So this is why I'm standing up for Jason Lee. Ma'am, thank you so very much to show that I have all this political influence. I'm going to make sure I use my political influence for right, and I'm not going to be and destroy Jason Lee dreams like Flame Monroe and Claudia did on the platform and discouraging Fox executives of hiring me because, quote, I don't look directly in the camera. That was their words, not mine. Okay? So we're going to bring Brother Jason down. Hey, Jason, I know you're watching. Thank you so much, Hollywood Unlocked people, for watching. Okay, let's see if we have any more callers calling in here. Okay, now we're going to go to 1280. We're going to go to you, and then it's another caller that keep calling in. You got to answer. What's another caller here? And we're on in here. We're gonna go to it. Hello, you live on the Wiley.
Wiley.
Hey, welcome. Can you mute me in the back so they can hear you? Can you mute me? Okay. You know what? I was doing well. You know, I worked out in the gym. I was close to almost 400 pounds. Now I'm 300, like 300 pounds now. I have lost so much weight, and I feel healthy in that regard of the weight loss. But emotionally, I'm very sad because I went on Claudia's live. She is one of the representatives of TGIF, and I was inquiring about why I have not been picked for the position. And so they brought Flame Monroe on the show, and Flame said, quote, you're not on the show because you can't look straight in the camera. And so she have said that, and she blatantly said my name. So that was the reason why I tagged Attorney Ben Crump in the live. But go ahead, ma'am. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Time to talk. Go ahead, ma'am.
Right on. Well, let me say this, baby. Let me start here, if you don't mind. I just want to rewind back a little bit. Let me say this. I love your growth. And I'm just going to be very honest with you because I've been drinking. Okay. I've been drinking. I'm a little tipsy, but I just want to give you some raw, honest feedback. I found you through, and I'm going to try not to be long because I don't need nobody coming for me in these comments, but I'm just going to be honest. I found you through Armand. When I first started watching you, Wiley, which was probably last year sometime, I was like, I ain't feeling them. Okay. And I moved on. I'm going to be honest with you. But every now and then I would watch a couple of your episodes. I'm like, okay. And I just want to let you know, I see a big transformation in you. I see the growth. I've been watching you, sometimes, YouTube will just play certain channels or certain videos and you're like, okay, I don't feel like getting the remote change. Let's see what he's talking about today. So I have watched you and I see the growth in you, baby. And I love it. And I just want to say the haters, please ignore them, okay? Because I rock with you. I may not always agree with everything you say, but I feel a genuosity in you that I don't get from a lot of other content, a lot of other YouTube, what you want to call them, channel providers, whatever. And I'm really proud of you. And I see you trying different things, but even with you trying these different things, I really see a genuosity in you that I just don't see with other people. I loved when you were doing your little videos and you were standing up, walking back and forth. You added a little comedy flavor in there. I think you'd be amazing at stand-up comedy. I really think you would. I just want to say I'm proud of you. I love the growth and I rock with you. Okay. Let's start there and let's scale forward. Armand Wiggins, your content. Is it okay for me to speak on your videos from yesterday or do I need to stay on top?
You could go ahead and speak on the video because this is a part of my resume. This is a part of my qualification because this is what we do. We talk about hot topics, no different than what Fox Soul is doing. We're doing it
right.
And correct me if I'm wrong, ma'am. I just want to end before you get into that for yesterday.
Okay.
Is Fox Soul available on YouTube?
I've seen Foxhole videos on YouTube.
Okay, and where are we
yes.
at right now? Where are you watching me? Are you watching me? What social media platform are you watching?
We are on the wonderful YouTube platform.
Okay,
baby.
so we're on this. So that means we're on the same YouTube, correct?
Yes, we are.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
how is that any different? I just want to understand what qualifications should I have? I mean, can you see me on camera? Can you see me?
I see you live and direct, baby.
Is it any
And my
glitches?
vision
Is it
ain't
any
all the best. I
glitches?
got a license restriction on my driver's license, but I see you live
Okay,
and
but
direct
is
in
it
my
any
bedroom
glitches?
right now.
Did we have any glitches going on? So what I'm understanding is you see me clear as day, right? And so
You are crystal clear, baby.
so I
Couldn't
just
get no
want to make
clearer.
that clear because people have said I'm not qualified, baby. Like, come on, but go ahead, ma'am. What do you want to talk about
I think
yesterday?
you look amazing.
Yes,
I
go
think
ahead.
you look amazing. And you know, all I want to say about that is I'm gonna be honest. I came on late to this live stream that you're doing right now, but I did catch the gist. Apparently, Claudia and Flame Monroe was talking their little noise, popping their little whatever. It's all good, but baby, let me tell you something, Wiley. That's how you know you're doing something right. Because if they're not talking about you, you're not relevant anyway. Okay, so for you to even be a topic of conversation, you have to be a threat in some form or some fashion. So understand that, okay, and know that whatever you're doing, obviously you're going in the right direction, and you keep treading that path. That's how I feel. I see a lot of people in the comments like, Wiley, you hating, karma is real, all that. Now I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch you like that. But the bits and pieces that I do catch of you, I really do see a genuosity in you that I think is real and authentic. Now, if you're doing anything outside of what I'm missing, I can't speak on that. But what
do
I
you
do
feel
see,
like I'm qualified to do TGIF?
I don't see why you wouldn't be.
Okay.
I don't see why you wouldn't be.
Do you think I can talk about those topics? Trump, LGBT issues, issues about Club Shay Shay, issues about, Charles, your lunch is ready. Do you think I'm qualified to talk about those topics?
Hey, I don't see why not, Wiley.
I mean, I'm just saying yes or no. Do you think I'm qualified? Can I get a yes in the chat or a no that I'm qualified to talk about that?
Amen. I don't see why not.
I don't understand that. So because what gets me with people, they are still saying, "Oh, you can't look straight in the camera." What's any different than
what does that have to do with anything?
What's the black girl named Candace Owens said she feel uncomfortable having a woman being a pilot because she felt
having a woman be a what? What did she say?
She said, "I feel uncomfortable if I'm on the plane if I see a woman being a pilot because she probably got that job just because of diversity." Not because she qualified, not because she got the training, passed the test, the exam, like every of her male counterpart. But I feel comfortable because I felt like because she's a woman, I felt like she's not qualified because she's a woman. I just want people to understand. This is why I just want people to understand how dangerous this thing goes. Because at first it starts out with the eyes. But what would stop people to say, well, I don't want to deal with you because you're black? What would stop? And we're trying to go back to that era. If you're not, like, they're really pushing it towards the era. Look what happened to the black woman in Harvard, the first African-American president in Harvard. They removed her from that position, or she resigned, and they're trying to say plagiarism. But other people in Harvard that is black saying that she was bullied out of the position because the white people in that society, in that system, felt threatened that a black woman was in charge because they felt like we're only qualified to be the cafeteria worker, the janitor, supportive staff, but we're not qualified to be in a management or position. Like, come on. We see that in all areas. Why haven't we have a black owner in the NFL? Let's keep it real because they feel like we're not qualified, but we qualified to run and get a tackle or to get a touchdown. We run to throw the football, but we're not qualified to own a team. We don't have the intelligence to own a team, but we have the intelligence to put our bodies on the line. Like, we're qualified to serve in the armed forces and put our bodies on the line to fight for the freedom of this country, but we're not qualified to work in corporate America. Make that make sense. Like, make that
I
make sense.
agree.
So I just feel that though using these entities is dangerous. You should not prevent a person because they don't have that certain look. That's crazy to me. That is insulting to me, and it's insulting to my disabled brothers and sisters from across this world. It's very it's disheartening. It's sickening to have this type of rhetoric being pushed by Flame Monroe, who in fact said, "I'm not a biological woman, but I am a trans woman." Do you know it's women that is biological don't agree with that? But guess what? You have to respect that by law. You cannot prevent of hiring a person of their because you open yourself up to a lawsuit. But go ahead, ma'am.
Right. So why do we have to, accept what many would deem abnormalcy for him, but not what, people might deem abnormalcy for you? I I agree with you 100%. Here's my thing, baby. I don't care. You can be looking to the left of the camera, to the right of the camera. Hell, you can, you can turn around and be looking at that purple knob behind you on that closet door. I could care less because at the end of the day, I'm listening to your message, what you're saying. That is what the focus is, or that's what the focus should be. Do you hear what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I rock with you. I rock with you. I don't see anything wrong with your stance on this, and just know that you got love in your corner, baby. I'm with you 100%. 100%.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you wanted to talk about
You're
the
welcome.
video
And
yesterday.
I'm gonna hurry up and get up.
You said something about.
I'm sorry. What
you
you
said
say?
something about yesterday video.
I did. I just wanted to comment on that really quick and get off the phone because I don't, like I say, I don't want to waste your time. But really quick, I wanted to say, because so many people came for you even yesterday on the Amon commentary, and I'm like, oh my God, y'all, he's right with what he's saying. At the end of the day, I have followed Armand for years. It's got to be at least 4. I don't know. Around the time that he did the interview with Nene Leakes or whatever, I've been rocking with him since then. But now, I think that he is caught up so much in what's the word I'm looking for? Well, first and foremost, I think he's trying too much to follow the Jason Lee, and I think that he's this whole transition with the set. Did you see him yesterday in episode 2 with the Wendy Williams? I just want to point out some things. The whole Wendy Williams finger pointing up and down on the back screen TV, that was giving me so much Wendy. The whole little teacup on the side of the table, even to the point where he sipped it and then did the little burp. You know how Wendy burps sometimes when she's sipping the tea, she has got the indigestion going on. She's like, oh, excuse me, whatever. And I see Armand doing the same thing. I'm like, are you serious? Like, are we serious right now? If I wanted to see Wendy, I would go pull up Wendy on YouTube, whatever's left of her on there, because I know that Viacom took everything off. But if I wanted to see Wendy, I would go search for that. I'm not looking for Wendy when I pull up Armand. Let me tell you something, baby. I was flabbergasted. I was like, what is this the direction that we're going? Because I was so excited when he was talking about, oh, we're taking the channel in a new direction. We're doing this. I'm like, oh, okay, big things popping, new things. I was excited. But when I saw the rollout, I was like, what? I'm going to be so honest with you, Wiley. I felt episode 1. I watch him at nighttime. I look forward to it. It's like my end of the day highlight. I'm like, oh, if Armand comes on, I'm going to watch him while I'm going to bed. Baby, let me tell you something. I watched him and fell asleep. I fell asleep. I couldn't even stay awake. And I woke up the next morning like, dang, I must have just really been tired. Let me try it again. So I watched the episode again the next day, fell asleep again. I could not stay engaged. And that has never been the case with Armand Wiggins, but I am just very disappointed in what he has going on. It's giving, just like you said, the personality is gone. It's like, who are you trying to be? You want to be Hollywood so bad. And I get it. You want to have this certain level of professionalism to where it potentially opens new doors for you. I can respect that. I can appreciate that. But at the end of the day, you are going to lose the fan base that you've built in the process of trying to make that transition. And at the end of the day, is it really worth that? Is what he needs to ask himself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Look at you. I hear what you.
I'm glad you're saying what I've been putting out in the atmosphere.
Thank
So
you.
I'm
Yes.
letting you speak because
Yes.
you have echoed what plenty people have said to me privately and on the chat. They said, Wiley, people just can't take it because it's coming from you. You're not saying that
Right.
he's not talented. What you're saying
Right.
with the rebrand, he left his personality in 2023.
And 23.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And he brought this.
Yes.
It's like you're trying to do something to make you Hollywood, because what he's doing is you're listening to people and you could do all that and they still won't accept you. Baby, be you and let Hollywood come to you. Or if they don't, become
Yes.
your own industry. Tyler Perry did not conform to Hollywood. He did what he did was best. He spoke in a Southern dialect. He did not try to be like Spike Lee. He was Tyler Perry. He's from New Orleans, right? He told the storyline, how he grew up and how you know. And guess what? An audience gravitated towards that. Now, what if Tyler Perry tried to be like Spike Lee, tried to do the camera
Right.
angles like Spike Lee? He may not be able to be Tyler Perry like he is today. He was the great Tyler Perry. And I feel like Armand Wiggins is so heavily influenced by other entities. You can tell that he's heavily influenced by Wendy Williams. But the problem is,
Right.
he's not bringing the
Right.
Wendy Williams shock jock, the personality. He's doing the kissing up. But baby, you didn't already drag Nicki Minaj. You didn't already drag Cardi B. You said that she shouldn't be with the husband. And them videos are still up and still monetized. It's too late to try to get in the bed with her for an interview, because when she was on a press tour, baby, she sat with Kai Cenat, a very safe platform. The man get up, he danced on that dirty carpet. She went on Joe Budden podcast. She also went on a new up and coming Funny Marco, a man that started making fun of people at Walmart, him working for the job in the city. Now he have an international platform, just closed on a multi-million-dollar house, and he also is in commercials as we speak. So what I'm saying is, I think Armand is heavily influenced. See, me, I'm not trying to change to fit in, because if you change to fit in, you're going to lose who you are. And I'm me. Like, people want me to do surgery. I had executives. I had people with Flame and Claudia said publicly. I had people saying that to me privately. Why don't you go and get the surgery? Why don't you go and fix it? Why should I do that? Why should I conform to what you think is beautiful? Do we know we have an issue? We have a plastic surgery, I think, pandemic in our community. We see people going under the knife because society tells them that they got to look a certain way. Just like Nicki Minaj, she got surgery not because she wanted to get surgery, but because she was so heavily influenced by a man of power, what was his name, Lil Wayne, that she started doing the illegal injection. So again, I feel as though that when it comes to society, you don't have to conform. Now, if I want to get my eye reconstructed, whatever, corrective surgery, whatever, then let me do it. But I don't want to have to do it just to fit in. I think if you want to do it because you just want to do it right, but don't do it to fit in with these people, because you can get your eye straight and still get rejected. And you can get the eye straight and then it can go back to the same place where it was at. Then you got to go back and get it changed again. So I just don't understand. It's no different than with women. Oh, I'm going to get a boob job. I'm going to get a butt job. And then before you know it, you're no longer recognizable. Look at Lil' Kim. Look at the original Lil' Kim. Look at the original Queen Bee. And look at the Lil' Kim now because of all the plastic surgery. Look at Michael Jackson. Look at the original Michael Jackson when he was young, and and then look at him before he died. He was unrecognizable to the original Michael that we gravitated to. So I'm saying, look at K. Michelle. She have done surgery and said it was making her sick. But then she went from that and started playing with her nose. So we have an addiction in society. We have an addiction in Hollywood. And it's no different than Armand Wiggins. He said, quote, I want to go to Turkey so I can get me a lining in my head, because he's tired of people making fun of him, his lining exceeding back to his crown of his head. So he said, don't worry, I'm stacking my bread up so I can go to Turkey and get the surgery. No different than him getting the surgery for the veneers, even though his mother and father worked very hard for him to get braces. But because he said, well, this is the good Hollywood look, everybody else is getting veneers. So regardless of the dental work, I'm going to go get veneers, even though I need to get a root canal because some of the stuff is riding in my mouth. But I just want to put the implants in because this is the quote-unquote Hollywood look. Guess what? You still ain't got a Hollywood deal. You still don't have a show or anything like that, because you're trying to follow something instead of you just believing in yourself and building your own audience, and now you kind of like lost yourself. Someone said it so clear, man. Somebody said, I miss the old Armand Wiggins. I'm going to say it in this segment before I go back to Fox Soul, since you open up the Armand Wiggins door. He said, I miss the Armand Wiggins set when he would talk at the desk. It felt like you're talking to one of your home girls. When you see him, this is boring. And you see, it see like he's pulling back, and you can just tell he's doing it because he want Nikki to sit on that. Because what he think, and I get it, because Armand said it, you got to study people. The man just released a video a couple of weeks ago, before the rebrand. He said, I did all this kissing butt, and these celebrities didn't come on my show. You got to spin a narrative. No, what these celebrities want is you to be dedicated to them 1,000%. Whether they're doing you never see wrong. You got to be loyal to them 1,000. You cannot show no inkling of dissing them, right? But even if you are loyal to these celebrities, they still will abandon you. Look at the Scorpion show. I'm gonna use an example. They interviewed Brandy. And when Brandy was doing when she was doing Roxy Hart Chicago Broadway show, right? They interviewed Brandy, and she dragged Monica. She dragged Phil with spilling tea. And I guess it came back to her team. They said, tell the Scorpion show don't put it out. And guess what? They never put it out. And Brandy said, I'm going to give y'all another interview. It's years later. The Scorpion show mother passed away. And guess what the Scorpion show doing now? Their show is not profitable. Guess what, Kevin? Now he had to leave getting paid on YouTube, being a full-time content creator, working at a call center. So, but because they allowed celebrities to influence their show and say, well, we your friend, and they lost the sauce of the Scorpion show. They believed in Tamar Braxton. You know what Tamar Braxton did? Took the swag and used their talking points and their, have several seats. They used that on Braxton Family Values, right? And so all of those opportunities, they just use you for your swag, and they suck the energy out of the Scorpion show. And guess what? The Scorpion show is no longer in the conversation. So that's why I think, Armand Wiggins, you want to chase these celebrities, but you're chasing people that's going to probably suck you dry, because everybody don't have a good heart in this industry. They always have a motive how to boost up their ego. They will suck you dry and then destroy your brand just to elevate their brand. Look, we could just say this about Nicki Minaj. Look at her. When she was coming, when you know what I'm saying, when she needed a little bit more relevancy, what did she do? She attached herself to Ice Spice. She attached herself to JT. She attached herself to Claudia Ray. But when her album came out, she attached herself with so many female. When her album finally came out, guess who she did not put on there? No female rappers. Not a one. So even though she used these rappers, and that could have been a good gateway for them to, get some album sales for their project, but she shut the door, and she did not have any of those women on her Pink Friday too. So you got to understand. So I understand what you're saying about Armand Wiggins. I agree with your assessment. Many people are going to say in the chat that you're jealous, you're a hater, and blah, blah, blah. Or maybe they just say that about me. But you said it, and we never met, correct?
No, never been in my life. But guess what, baby? I'm in Dallas, Texas. I'm in Louisville. So if you want to ever meet up and have lunch, hit me up, baby.
Okay. All right. But thank you, sis. Thank you for calling in.
Yes, absolutely. All love, Wiley. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm rooting for you. Much love. Have a good night, baby.
I love you. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Now we got the last four. I mean, you calling in, baby. Now I'm about to call you back. You called in so many times. 2741. I'm calling you back right now. Okay, get ready. Answer your phone. 2741. Your last in like 6-7 times, leaving voicemails and everything. Message. Hello. Can you mute me in the back so they can hear you? Because you have been calling in on hour on top of hour. Oh, okay.
No, but no, real quick. After listening and seeing all the different views and everything, perspective is something. I think it might be more of a case of retaliation mixed with discrimination. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just guessing, because maybe looking back, and some of those people you did offend, and then like say one of the producers did, say, oh, okay, Wiley, let's take a look. Let's see what he talks about. And they go on your platform, and then they hear you trashing them kids, like how you did Krishan baby yesterday. And if they just hear some of the commentary, it's a learning lesson, really, maybe to
ma'am,
balance
that
things out.
happened all. How does that give you the right to say you don't? Because they didn't say we didn't give you the job for saying A, B, and C about Krishan Baby, right? Or you talked about Stacey Abrams. They said
Mm-hmm.
on the Instagram,
Stacey Abrams.
you didn't get the job because you can't look straight in the camera. That's what they said. That is blatantly discrimination. Now, I would have been with you if they said because you said X, Y, and Z. But one of Flame Monroe talking points with that hat on her head. So you didn't get the job because you didn't look straight in the camera and you have, quote, special needs. Come on, brothers.
That's why I said retaliation.
That is discrimination. And then
listen, hear me out.
You're discriminating.
So look, all right, that's okay. All right. So let's say they told the executive producers or whoever of the show, and maybe your name did run across their desk. Now let's just take away those two people. If they were to go and look at your content, you hear me? If they were to go and look at your content and hear some of the stuff I think it's funny myself, but it's might be a little salacious to some people. Okay, now we have a new host, you guys. Welcome, Wiley, from the Wiley Show. So all this traffic comes to your show, and they look up at all your old content. You know what I mean? And they hear you. I don't know where the heck Stacey Abrams came in at. Lord,
because that's old videos. But go ahead.
Oh, see, old videos.
That's old videos.
But so in those old videos, you were they was probably you threw in Claudia and you threw in Flame. That's retaliation right there. So I think that they had a lot to do with they did. But
why they didn't say that though? You talked about the eye.
They ain't gonna say that.
No, but ma'am, we can't assume. But since we're talking about old videos, can I open up what T.S. Madison said? Can I open her up to what she said?
Yeah.
Do you remember when T.S. Madison went to a women's restroom? You remember that? It was a women's restroom having a menstrual cycle, right? You know about menstrual cycle. And she went outside. Let me finish my point. She went outside not to pray for the woman, encourage the woman. She got her phone and she dragged that woman having a menstrual cycle. Now, mind you, she's in the women's restroom. You're a woman, been a woman all your life. So you understand what women go through. They having a bad day, having a menstrual cycle. That's not a moment to take it and blast it to the world. T.S. Madison dragged that lady, talk about the maxi pad, etc. And she was on Fox. So then T.S. Madison quote criticized Tasha K. Baby and said that she should be on Children. And she was on Fox Soul. And correct me if I'm wrong. Is T.S. Madison a much influential get more viewership than Wiley? So why
ain't got a big old dick? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Not only just that, but you said controversial things. That maybe that's why you're. Well, how's that T.S. Madison on there? She said all those controversial things about your own, the women that you represent. She made fun of women.
That is true. I didn't think about that.
So
I forgot about T.S. Madison on here.
And she was on Fox Soul talking like she this whole activist that, really talking about that she don't do no wrong and blah, blah, blah. The same thing with Flame Monroe. Flame Monroe also called me the S word and the F word on Claudia's platform. Now, what if you as a black woman?
I'm just trying to figure out why they ain't messing with you. That's all.
But my thing is, I was just sitting here trying to you already told me why you ain't messing because, quote, I can't look straight in the camera. Blank discrimination. And you said it right then and there. So what I'm saying to you, ma'am, is if your daughter or yourself, and they tell you you can't be on the show because you can't look directly in the camera, you will feel some type of way about that. And they tell you that. Not that you have to assume, but maybe I said this. No, they telling you not because of what you said on your show, because we want controversy. Because even Funky Neva, correct me if I'm wrong, did he do Fox Soul for a long time? Did he talk about Blue Ivy and call Blue Ivy ugly? And who was Blue Ivy?
You sure did.
And was he on there?
Okay.
So if you want to open the door because Wiley is controversial, then what the hell is a Flame Monroe? What the hell is a fucking Neva? Did fucking Neva quote talked about Michelle ATL and smell and called her Gary Coleman and said that she had quote a fishy smell? Did Flame Monroe said it about a black woman? And wasn't he on Fox Soul when he called her Gary Coleman? I'm asking
It's
you
a lag in the phone. Y'all chill out in the comments.
No,
It's a lag.
don't worry about the comments.
Jeez.
We in the conversation.
Yeah.
You talking to your homeboy here. Didn't he
Right.
say that about Gary Coleman calling a black woman a man on Fox Soul?
I mean, I don't remember
I
all
know
of
you
it,
don't
but I do remember.
See, this
I
is
remember
why
when
I'm
I
so
watched
glad
you.
you don't
I
remember.
watched
So
you.
this is why, as a host, I'm going to educate you on the controversial things Flame Monroe have said and the controversial things that Funky Dineva, Claudia Joy. Let's not even talk about her colorism that she said on the red carpet. And she's on Fox. So, baby, she's the face of TGIF. She's the moderator. Baby, she's the Whoopi Goldberg of TGIF. So, what I'm saying to you, ma'am, is, again, it's not about my controversy on the show because they thrive off that for viewership. They said you don't get the job because you can't look directly in the camera. That is plain on discriminating against the disabled. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, that is true.
So,
you are correct.
I
was just trying to.
Yeah, I know you was trying to. So, well, maybe you said something controversial. Ain't nowhere near at what T.S. Madison said. And it went ultra viral around the world.
Yeah. But it'll crumble. It'll crumble. If
It's
that's
not
what
about
they're
that.
standing on and that's what they doing, because I forgot about that. You are right.
I
Because
know
I'm sitting
you
here
did.
just trying to.
This is why I got to come with the receipts, honey.
That's right. Because I was just running different scenarios in my head. Like, why would they do him like
talk
that?
about all the controversial things that Wiley said. I ain't running for the controversial thing, but
because
baby,
I don't really watch them though.
With the controversy, baby, T.S. Madison will tell biological women to go lick his genitalia. He just said that about T.S. Madison. I mean, T.S. Madison just said that about Tasha K. Encouraged Tasha K to, quote, suck his male parts.
Yeah. So how do you tell somebody to SMD and then want to go use a woman's bathroom?
So
that's kind of mentally ill, right?
And she was recently on Fox Soul talking to the lady that said, Charles, your lunch is ready.
See, I don't watch stuff like that,
I know
Wiley.
you don't watch stuff like that. You don't watch stuff like that? Because Wiley ain't on TGIF because you want somebody like Wiley. I can guarantee this, ma'am. If I was on TGIF on Fox Soul with Claudia and Brother Al, I can guarantee you, I put $300 on it that you would be watching it.
Yeah, because I don't watch you. I don't watch Al. I don't watch Claudia.
If I was on there, you would watch.
Yeah, I would definitely. I would watch 100%.
That's my
and
argument.
Anything with T.S. Madison, I just because he whatever is too disrespectful towards women. It's like, okay, if you identify or you feel like you a woman or you feminine, be that. Why do you have to? And that's kind of what I don't like about Funky either. I'm not trying to get off subject, but why go so hard on real women? It's like sis and let me. And if it's like you hate women. You know what I mean? So I get you. I feel you. It's not that because again, I don't really watch them for that reason. I was just trying to figure out why they do you like that. And I think, well, maybe because he trashed
because
in
they said it, ma'am. You're special needs. You cannot look directly in the camera.
That's low down, man. I hate that for you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the argument here. And I know people trying to get me off court, but baby, I'm sticking to what we're talking about. Baby, somebody didn't bro again, Stacey, but we ain't talking about Stacey. This is a direct saying you ain't got the position because you, quote, can't look directly in the camera. And Claudia agreed with that assessment.
So what got him so riled? I mean,
because it's why.
Did you do an interview with the company?
You know when you see me come in a chat, baby, you looking at a superstar. Because obviously I got flame. Do you know how iconic this moment is? Honestly, you have someone that was on Netflix. The only thing I came close of being on Netflix was in the audience when I saw the queen of comedy, a biological woman, Monique. Right? I didn't have to see her with 15 other comedians, baby. It was her show. Okay, my name is Monique, baby. And she was talking about growing up being in special ed. Guess who else was in special ed? Guess who else had an IEP? Brother Wiley. But does that stop me from doing my dreams to get on the internet? Hell no. But my point that I want to say to the people out there, don't give up on your dreams, because it will be people like Flame Monroe that will try to distract you. Don't let them do it. Yes, it's painful. Yes, it's caused emotional distress. And that's why you have to, work with your psychiatrist, which we would do with our doctors and everything else, to make sure our medication levels is really good, because we don't want to have to go and get to a depression, because you know how that goes when you're diagnosed with bipolar and having this very stressful moment.
And also those labels and stuff like that,
Yeah.
special needs. Okay, you know how they say a blind person can smell more, or a deaf person can see further. What they considering they considering your disability, you might be stronger in the area that they are. Like you might have more confidence. You might be able to reach more people.
That's my whole point.
You got a superpower.
Do you know
somewhere.
how
You know what I
iconic
mean?
the moment would be to bring Wiley on that? That opens you up to more people that typically won't be on there, but they see Wiley. Let me check this show. I've never seen a man like this on television. So let me check this out.
You got a personality. I
talk to the same amount of people daily. I accumulated millions of views doing this platform the X amount of years that we have been doing it. So you understand what I'm saying? So I can guarantee the ratings will be high. I can guarantee you that. I just feel that Claudia did a disservice to allow that filth on her platform. This didn't happen at a coffee shop behind closed doors. This happened on an international platform, Instagram, in front of millions of people.
I'm surprised they still letting her ruin stuff. You know what I mean? Her name
you know what
has
I'm
been
saying?
in a
That's
lot
what
of
I'm
stuff.
saying. Like, I will continue to do my show, and I will continue to entertain. I'm not going to allow Claudia to destroy and stop my dreams. It's no different than anybody that have their dreams destroyed, and they had their dreams destroyed. I will never forget, it reminded me of Brother Malcolm X when he was in school and he wanted to be a lawyer. And he said, I want to be a lawyer. And the white teacher said, why would you want to be a lawyer? Your folks can't hire you. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the money. The white folks will not hire you either. So you're good with your hands. How about you be a carpenter? So Brother Malcolm went of being an A student to being a hoodlum in the streets. And because of the greatness of Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad trained him in prison, taught him, and he became a giant. And we're still talking about Brother Malcolm X decades later. So
you know how
but because of his spirit was killed by a teacher, it took a black man to resurrect the spirit of Brother Malcolm, and he became an iconic figure. So let's be clear. Just because you have a quote unquote disability doesn't mean you can't go down in history. Look at Moses. Did Moses, some people think,
at Ray Charles.
Look at Ray Charles. Look at Stevie Wonder.
She told him, "Ain't nobody gonna." She said, "Ain't nobody gonna."
So let's just be clear here.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying here. So I think I
just didn't know why they did you like that. It's unfortunate, but this is a setback for us.
Absolutely.
You know how it goes. Yep. So you just look at it as like, that wasn't for you and something better. But they didn't have to play you like that. And I want you to take every action possible to let them know that they can't play in your face. Let them show them how special needs you are. There you go. Show them how special you are.
Yes.
You're gonna make them remember you. That's how special you
violated the Americans with Disability Act if they openly did what Wiley claimed. They did it on Instagram. They did it on Claudia's Instagram. Flame Monroe was on Claudia's Instagram, and they were talking about the reason.
So let me ask you: did you have an interview? How did they know you applied for the job? I mean,
because they know. I said stuff like they know, ma'am. They said it in the live, and I'm so happy that I want Mount TV because they did post the entire live. So give me a second here. They posted it on their page here, and you all can go and watch it. I'm going to post it on there. They posted on their second channel, not on their main channel. I don't know why they didn't post it on their main channel. This is a main topic, honestly. But
post it?
So after this broadcast, you all can go and listen to it. Of course, my station head folks have heard it already because we have played it live as it would happen on the show. But make sure y'all go to Mount TV because, again, I respect them because at least they post the entire encounter. So I do want to thank Mount TV for doing that, for posting that
Mouth
At
TV. Okay.
Mount TV. I just posted it in there. And then, ma'am, if you don't see it, I can always text it to you. So
I
if
see it.
anybody want me to text it to them, you can
Yeah, text it to me. It'll be much easier for me.
yeah,
Yep,
you
just
just
text
text
it
it.
to
I'm
me.
gonna text it to you right now because you left me so many messages. You deserve to get a text.
Yeah, because I was hearing that, and then I got to hearing there, and then I ain't gonna lie, I dozed off.
Yes,
Some lady was going
you
off,
deserve to get
and
a
then
text.
and then Stacey Abram, that threw me through a loop. She like
Yes.
they done brought Stacey Abram in the
Okay.
child. Boy, I tell you.
Okay.
But you just keep on keeping on. Like I said, this is you gonna open doors for a lot of people, boy.
Absolutely.
You really are.
I thank you for that.
Yeah.
And they're talking about this all over the internet because people is watching. See, people think that people don't watch Wiley. People watch the Wiley show. I am a known figure. I don't know what y'all talk about, but baby, when Wiley name is being mentioned, the people is watching. There is YouTube videos made about Wiley as we speak. It ain't just me talking about, it's plenty YouTube videos talking about this situation. So again, I just love it, man. I just sent you the text, sus.
I mean, if he do talk about people, he ain't reaching out to like hundreds of thousands of people.
I'm like, right, and I'm not telling you ain't got
not
the
yet
job
anyway.
you
Not
ain't got
yet.
the look. I don't do stuff like that. Come on.
Now who said you ain't got the look? Lord, they cutting up.
Yeah, that's what it. Well, you say you can't look directly in the camera. That's the one to qualify. You must, quote, look in the camera. And Claudia, ain't that right? And she said, oh, yeah. She said that in the lie.
Oh, that's okay. Just say Michelle to her.
So I'm just what I'm saying is this is not about Michelle. It's Elliot, this is about my life. That two powerful women
don't let it get you down. I'm telling you right now.
And to take food out of my family's mouth. That's crazy. I'm fighting to make it better for my loved ones, for my nieces and nephews. So why are we allowing and not I have to, and I'm calling my sister Claudia and my sister Flame, or I'm calling them out to call them up. I'm not saying cancel them, but when I'm saying that what they need to do, I think they need to be wise when they go on these public platforms saying mean, nasty, evil things about a person like me and preventing me from getting those massive opportunities. Because Claudia, quiet as kept, you have been paid unfairly in Hollywood because those white executives feel like you don't deserve to get the same amount of pay like the white counterparts, right? That's why black women are fighting in Hollywood, because these white executives, and Taraji will tell you, oh, you don't have the certain look. You don't have the look, meaning you don't have that white skin. So does that make it right? No, it is wrong. It is hurtful. Inequality is painful. Having someone shut the door because of how you look, that is a very painful situation. And I have to stand for that, because if I don't stand for that, I will fall for anything. And I'm taking a direct stand that what Claudia did and what Flame did was sick and it was deplorable. Thank you, ma'am, for calling in.
They went in on you the whole 16 minutes.
So
right here.
Did you see it? Did you
I'm okay. I'm
getting ready to watch it. We gonna do it.
Let me watch this.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we're gonna revisit this. We're gonna revisit this on tomorrow. I just want to make sure that we say it when it's fresh, okay?
Yeah, I can't believe they posted it on somebody else's. Okay, yeah, let me watch this, Wiley. I want to.
All right, thank you so very much, man.
Okay, all right. Okay, good night, bye.
Okay, wow. People is over. A lot of people is over. I just want to make sure, did we get everybody? I believe we called everybody back. All right, so we want to thank you all. We are over past our bedtime and everything. I do have to take my medication. I have to rest. This has been a very stressful day. I will be checking my blood pressure. Very, very, very stressful day because I do have bipolar. I was diagnosed with bipolar a couple of years ago. So I definitely need your prayers because we don't deal well with a lot of stress. So I will be definitely praying, and I will be calling my doctor tomorrow to make sure I get in for an appointment and try to see my therapist and everything so I can talk through this, because this is a very challenging moment in my life and I don't want to, very, very challenging moment. So I do want to thank you all for y'all amazing support. Why did you record their statements? Oh, we got somebody else that called in. Okay, wait. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, we gonna call you back. We ain't done. I gotta bring you on. Okay. All right. Yeah. We gotta bring one is one, what based to discriminate because of this is yes. Hey Tasha.
Hey, I just wanted to say something real fast because I am a part of the community. I have a lazy eye. Mine go in, but yours go out. So mine is called cross-eyed. I guess yours called cockeyed. But it's not a disability. Like, it's an eye condition. We can still read. We can still write. Like, because if it's a disability, I want to check. Biggie can still rap. Like, it's a normal thing.
Mm-hmm. But my thing is, I don't know normal because I feel like if it's normal, I should be on Fox Soul, correct?
But it's normal to me because I have one too.
But I'm just saying, like,
yeah, but exactly, yes, and they can't do that. Like, I don't care if you don't have the glasses on or not. You can't discriminate because I can't control that my eye looks that way.
Yeah, I can control that. And they're saying you can't look direct. Did they say that? I just want to make sure because you was there listening.
Yeah, they said that. And they don't understand because I remember being a little girl and I would look in the mirror sideways just to see how it would look with straight eyes. Like, they don't understand stuff like that.
Yes. I think like that. And I was shocked. It shocked me because at first Claudia didn't address me or whatever. Everybody in the chat was dressed up, but why not Wiley? Blah, blah, blah. Remember, but when Flame came on, let me tell you about a pick-me. People that love, they need their homegirls to get that liquor, to get that courage, get that battery in their back. She started agreeing. Did you see that? Her whole personality shifted once Flame came on the show.
Wow. And if I was her, I would have been like, he want to come on, I'm going to bring him on. Like, you got all this stuff to say, and obviously you watching me, you know about my grandma, and you want to throw this? No. And you up there with your ugly face with no makeup on and your glasses. Didn't you just lose your good glasses the other day? Like, stop playing with me.
And then she said in multiple videos, I want you all to post in big letters because I can't read the small print.
Exactly. You can read it.
But what I'm saying is, what if they say, okay, Flame, you can't get this job because when you can't read the teleprompter and we're not going to put it in capital letters. How would that make
exactly?
So I'm just saying for Flame, and she talked about discrimination. She with the Monique thing, and I'm gonna find that interview you got because Flame was getting interviewed with somebody on Fox Soul, and she dragged Monique about an opportunity that was presented to her to be her co-host on the radio, and Monique said, "I don't want to work with her because she was a trans woman." Okay. So we gonna revisit this. I'm gonna get me a good old sleep because we got to go clock in.
Right. No, that's all I wanted to say. Like, it's an eye condition. Like, I remember being a joke when I was younger. Like, it's whatever. It's whatever.
Yeah. And that's why that's why I said, True said, I just watched the video you lied. What you said, Claudia asked, why are you being negative? Why you're not what did I say? Did I say that Flame do not qualify because she is X, Y, and Z?
But she was laughing when he was talking about his eye.
Right. Come on, say it. See, people is doing it because it's coming from my mouth. But if you watch that entire video, you will understand. And most people ain't watched it. All right. So, I mean, they're gonna watch it tonight because we talked about it first. And of course, we got a lot of people that cannot they cannot take what Wiley is doing because it's Wiley, right? But people are talking about it, Tasha. They're talking about it.
And they should, because last time I checked, Flame and Claudia, neither one of y'all are the hiring managers or whatever casting talent, and you talking about who can't and who can't be hired. Flame shouldn't be hired at all with his face. It scares me when I see him without his makeup.
So,
but whatever.
And they said she asked why you being negative. What is the comments again, True? You're not going to what the comments was. I don't even know if they screen record the comments because, you know, some people can screen record in the comments. The feed will show.
Oh yeah.
But one thing
Yeah.
you did say, what did Flame say? This is about what Flame said.
They were actively reading your comments, and
Yes.
then he would just go off. And then, like I said, why are you bringing up your grandmother? So we know you watching. And someone we could put
he
you in a
didn't bring up my
Section 8
grandmother.
house.
He
You
did.
didn't see the fight.
He did.
Yeah, he was like, I could put y'all in the Section 8 house and all of that. Like, no, so you gonna bring up my grandma? I'm living in my grandma. You living in your grandma basement, all that. You're watching.
Yeah, he watching. That man be watching my Instagram where I'm literally in the gym. He watching the
And yup, he was mentioning your workout.
He was
saying you go, yup. Somebody you go eat or something. Yeah, so you watching my workout routine. Some about the workout ain't working. You go eat donuts and go work out again. I don't know, but you're boring. You shouldn't be on the show
And
either.
let's be clear, I'm working out. Flame Monroe did cosmetic surgery, took cosmetic to get in a woman experience. I'm working out. So this person actually did cosmetic surgery to get.
But this is what bothers me too. Like, you just because you got boobs don't mean you have an experience. Just like T.S. Madison, the first time you got them big boobs in your butt, but the first chance you got, you dragging somebody because they're on their cycle. That's not right.
That's the point that I'm saying. Mount TV Short said, quote, he's a fan, period. But my thing is, if you a fan, shouldn't Wiley be on TGIF? It got somebody talking that was on there, had two people talking about it. Two people talking about why can't Wiley be? And this is the thing. Why did they bring me up on the Instagram Live, baby? Did that seem strange?
You was so ready to talk to Funky Dineva, but he told Clark too. She was like, well, Wiley wants to come on the live. He was like, nope, don't do that. Baby, I ain't got time. They started his little stupid joke.
He was mad when Funky Dineva didn't get on that phone with him and talk. He was upset about that. He said, you talk all this stuff publicly, so you might as well do it, but don't do it privately. Everything that I said about Flame Monroe was publicly. Everything Flame said about, so why can't we have a public dialogue? You ran.
And then he talking about he all he do is talk and he attacked my kids, whatever.
Ran for Wiley and then say, what did he say about the kids? And let's be clear, how old are these quote unquote kids? Let's be clear. Grown. They're not infants. You see the age that Flame is at. He do not have a child that is 12, 11. You believe that? You need to go back to school and learn some basic math. So let's be clear. And then what I'm saying is to Claudia, well, what did Wiley say? He didn't say nothing that I said and didn't mention none of
that. He tried to just push it under the rug. He didn't want to say
grown.
What happened.
Baby, I'm 33. You ask how old his kids is. Okay. Let's be clear. And if he's so above Wiley and so stand up, so successful, why are you mentioning the Wiley show? That should just make people like, wait a minute. Y'all so successful. And y'all say, Claudia talking about I got Hollywood deals, I got the Real Housewives working with me. Why y'all giving Wiley airtime?
She got the Real Housewives. She's no housewife.
Let's make a gap. Let's put our thinking caps on. If Wiley is unqualified, unworthy, can't look at the camera, why are we mentioning Wiley? Let's be clear.
Right. They were both reading your comments as soon as they came in, right on the air.
Yes. So that's the point. That is what I'm trying to bring to the public. And I'm so glad that and I caught it because Claudia was live and I went on the live and she responded and she said Wiley name. Somebody said, wow, damn, Wiley, That's crazy. Now people are watching it and listening. They're hearing
It's
it.
still
Now,
up there. Y'all could go up there, like go towards the end part, and he addressed Wiley at least 2 or 3 times. He'll stop and try to change the subject, and then he come right back to Wiley.
yeah. So this is something, and like people is like I said, people is talking about it on YouTube. They're saying about it on YouTube, and this is really, 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 really something. And me and Flame Monroe has been going back in a tit for tat on the internet, right? But Flame on her show, she dragged me on YouTube, but she said, I ain't giving him no clout. Unplayed and playing. Mm-hmm. But tonight, on January 31st, one day before Black History,
he couldn't take it no more.
Just went in on Wiley. But when Wiley said, hey, I bet you was looking for me. Here I go. When I hit that link, crickets. They didn't let me.
And but before I go, Wiley, did you hear Claudia right before she said she could bring you on air? Didn't she say we let all our co-hosts speak? We let people come up and address this. But then you say Wiley can't come on and address it?
Yeah. I heard that.
Yeah, but that was it. All right, Wiley.
Thank you so very much. They don't want to give another creator a chance to shine, right? But one thing about Wiley, you put a little whatever to me, baby, I'm gonna shine bright like a dot. You better know it, baby. I'm gonna shine bright like a man. Where did he go in on you at? Go click on the link. We got Mouth TV Shorts. I don't know if Mouth TV want to say something. They want you still in their shine. They want you still in their shine. I don't know if Mouth TV want to say that. I don't think Mouth TV Shorts ever did an interview at all, but they were the first creators, and Coffee City were the 2 entities that really start to show Wiley on other entities. Like these people, Coffee City, Mount TV, and that organization was the first ones to say, no, Wiley is in a mutual beef with people. Like y'all think Wiley be just talking to himself? No, these people be responding to Wiley. Mount TV, they reached out to me and said, this is what Flame said about Wiley. Mount TV got a receipt that Flame comments on there. Wiley would never be on TGIF. And I wish the Mount TV and the Coffee City come and say, and they said, especially Coffee City, she was one of the ones to educate me on and say, Wiley, you're talented, just be consistent. Do you know the Armand Wiggins and those people bullied that Black woman to stop covering YouTubers? Because guess what? Not because she would do a good job, because she gave me my credit and she said, Wiley is entertaining. And they bullied that Black woman. To her, she started doing celebrity gossip. They bullied all because when she reported on Wiley, it was iconic. It was very, very iconic. Mount TV, they have a male host, they have a female host, and the breakdown, it's a very great show. I mean, if they were consistent and just post and really go, they could thrive because their production is on point. Their production is on point, you guys. And it's just definitely on point. And Claudia she did address me on Fox Soul, and she said, Wiley, I hope you be more truthful in your reporting. And Claudia, is this reporting truthful about your words? I wonder. If you're really a star, no one can steal your shine. They're not a star. Right. They didn't steal my shine. I'm literally shining bright, but really bringing their evilness and their sick ways to the forefront, and I'm calling them out to call them up. I'm bringing awareness to what they did. I'm bringing that awareness to show people that people know who I am. And Flame Monroe claimed that she don't know me, right? She said I'm a nobody. I'm this and that. That all I do is lie. But here she is. She just lied all up on me. So let's be clear here. Stop playing these games, you guys. Let's stop playing these games. Let's be crystal clear on that. But we thank you all for coming on. This has been such an iconic show. I mean, this has been a blessing show for you all to come on over here. And like I said, I literally go to bed around like 9 o'clock. But sometimes when a hot story happens, sometimes you have to sacrifice that moment for a moment and you have to go ahead out here and talk about it. So thank you all so very much. Thank you for the contributions that people have been sending us on our platform. Thank you all. Our Cash App, $ Marquise Wiley 28, Zelle WileyShow@gmail.com. Because we do not have corporate sponsors, everything is funded by the people. And so I appreciate y'all contributions, and we thank you all. Yes, we will be going and releasing a video tomorrow. Yes, we will be having a conversation. The full video, again, for those that want to hear my commentary in real time, you go to my station head. If you want me to release that broadcast to you, only thing you have to do is just text me right now, and I would send you the station head link in its entirety. You will hear my live reaction in real life time over there. And I do want to say congratulations to the Wiley Show. Congratulations to me. We reached 200 listeners on Station Head. So I do want to say I appreciate that. To over 200,000 plus listeners on our station. So I appreciate the beauty of that platform. Many people said we won't last one day and we're still relevant. Many of our competitors that was on there, they're no longer on Station Head. They couldn't kick it. So we're definitely thriving on Station Head. I do want to thank the 200,000 plus listeners over there. And I do greatly appreciate you all listenership and giving us our good graces. Now, we cannot forget to do an announcement and talk about our meet and greet that we have it in Vegas. We just going to be going around to the clubs, going to casinos, having a good old time. If you want to meet us, you can meet me in Couture Bay, and that will be April 26th or the 28th. If you have any questions or comments about it, any questions, you can always email me at WileyShowProductions@gmail.com. We'll be staying at the Palace Station Hotel Casino. That's where where we're going to meet at. And then we're going to branch off from there to different spots in Vegas. Please hit me up, people, if you're coming to Vegas, because there is a concert with Tony Braxton and Cedric the Entertainer. So I would like to attend that. So please, tickets go on sale Friday. So I would like to get my tickets on Friday. So if you want to go to that, and if you want to sit with Wiley, you got to send me your money so we can go. Or we buy the ticket the same day and we make sure we get seats. If you get your ticket at this seat, I get my ticket at this seat. If you don't trust me, but last time we went to the Usher concert and people paid the tickets. Now I made a big mistake because I told y'all, the tickets was $150. Let me just say, I think it was like $125, right? And I didn't know it was like fees and all that, taxes and all that. So I was just saying, okay, $150, just the base rate. But when you go to that final check thing, it was all them different fees. So instead of me going back to the audience members, I just went on and paid the fees and the taxes for like each of the tickets. So I didn't even know, but I know I can't do it this time, honey. So I'm gonna make sure. So if you want me to buy the ticket, I tell you the amount, and then for you have your ticket. If you want to sit next to me, or we can just buy it the same day. You get the seat there, and I'll make sure to sit in the section so we all can sit together. So again, like I said, those tickets go on sale on Friday, and they will be opening up the same weekend we're going to be there. So me and Couture Bay. So please, if you want to attend that, if you want curious about that particular event, email me at WileyShowProductions@gmail.com. We could talk offline about that. All right, that's WileyShowProductions@gmail.com. That is the email. So love you all. Follow me on Twitter. We reached 100,000 views on our video about Nicki Minaj. Over 100,000 views. Okay, over 100,000 plus views, baby. And that video released about Nicki Minaj versus TikTok, about TikTok not having to deal with her label and they're thinking about pulling Nicki Minaj music off there. It was iconic. 100,000 views. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Thank you so very much for your amazing support. God bless you and may God keep you. Thank you so very much. I'll see y'all later. I got to go get some sleep. You better call the Wiley Show next time, baby. All right. Keep the conversation going in the comments, baby. Peace.